Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and welcome to Z Talks episode 47. I announced this one a little bit later tonight. I wasn't originally actually going to do a Z Talks tonight. I was thinking of maybe doing it at the weekend, but actually a couple of things kind of came up. So instead, we're doing it tonight on Thursday, kind of as normal, but next Thursday definitely won't be a Z Talks as I have work during the times I normally do it. But anyway, before we start things off, how are you guys? Thank you for tuning in live or after the fact right now. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you for just choosing to spend your night with me and my guests. I have got guests coming on tonight, and I've also guests coming on that's been announced in the thumbnail and kind of surprise guests as well. How's your week going? Let me know what you've been up to this week, and have you been up to anything exciting? If you've kind of just been chilling, whatever the case should be, let me know how things have been. And just thank you so much for tuning into this episode. And if you're watching live right now, over here on my side of the screen, it might be a little bit like maybe down below for you guys. There is a chat section. Feel free to drop a chat in, say hello, even just do a wave and hand emotion like as a hello. If you want any questions, feel free to ask any questions, and we will go from there. But without further ado, got a guest waiting in the wings, and that is from What the Gym. Hey,
hello,
Adam.
Mike. It's great to be back on all your Z Talks.
Hey, great to have you. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Mike?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, great to see you again, and great to have you on the channel. It's been a little while.
Just had a bit of a chill out day today.
Nice, mate. Well, it's quite warm at the moment, so
yes, it's too warm for my liking.
Yeah, it has been quite warm, to be honest. So I understand, mate. I understand. Have you been making the most of the sun?
Yeah, I try my best to. I'll be taking my dog for a walk for quite a few days.
I get you. Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Well, firstly, anyone who is unaware, Adam's link to his channel is down below in the description box. What the Gym. So please go over and subscribe to him. Adam, for anyone who has never seen your channel before, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about what you do over on your channel?
Well, I mainly do videos talking about movies and music. I love reviewing movies and albums that I'm currently listening to. And I love doing YouTube shorts and a lot of live streams. I love doing a lot of collaboration live streams. And I know you've been in my live streams a couple of times, Mike. And yeah, I just love doing all sorts of videos on my channel, but it's mainly music and movies.
Awesome, mate. Yeah, I think I've been subscribed to your channel for quite some time now.
Yeah, it's over a couple of years, I think, or just under a couple of years.
It's flown over, to be honest. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, mate, it's been great. Well, Adam has a great channel. He if he doesn't review the latest movie on his channel, he usually does as like a YouTube short. Recently, I've noticed as well.
Yeah,
which is awesome. So you can definitely check him out. And again, please go over and subscribe. Adam, how many subs are you on at the moment?
I think I'm on 417 or 4. I'm in the 14 somewhere. I'm in the 400 teens.
Right, get you. Well, to be honest, you're on your road to 500, mate. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there by the end of the year.
Well, you're doing really well, to be honest, to get there at the moment. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do.
Slowly getting there, but yeah, who knows?
Right,
who knows
exactly.
What will happen?
Yeah, exactly. So please go over and subscribe to Adam. Again, link is down below in the description box. Let's help him on his way to 500. And he told me once he gets to 500, he's going to do the one chip challenge. Is that right?
I don't know who told you that, but I'm not doing that, Mike. I'm struggling with this weather. I'm struggling with the heat at home.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not doing that. Sorry.
I don't blame you, mate. I definitely don't want to do it again, so I don't blame you. But in the meantime, Adam, we've got a couple of comments in the chat section, so we'll get to a couple of comments, see what people have to say. We've got firstly Menage's comment saying, "Hey everyone, hope you're all blessed." So,
hello.
Hey, hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in, Menage. Really appreciate it. We've got Josh at Freelance saying, "Hey fellas." So, hey Josh. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to anyone who's tuning in live right now. We've got the viewer Drew saying, "Hey everyone, what's up?" Hey
Hello,
Drew. Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
And he also leaves a comment. He says, "I saw John Wick Chapter 4 over the weekend. It was absolutely amazing. Best of the year for right now." Well, awesome, Drew. I'm glad that you really enjoyed the movie and you got a chance to check it out. I think he's been seeing for a while. He tried to get it on Blu-ray, from what I remember. Adam, I know you love John Wick, right?
Yeah, I love John Wick 4. It's something my favorite. It's my favorite film of the year so far. And I'll probably get it on 4K, but
Right.
I've not got around to doing it yet though.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped down in price in a couple of weeks' time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually
Yeah.
CX do have them like quite a bit cheaper normally. So I don't.
I'll
blame
keep an
you.
eye out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been released, to be honest. So it probably will be maybe like a couple of weeks till it goes down in CX. Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I know a lot of people who love the movie. For me personally, like I think Adam, you definitely enjoyed it more than I did, which is cool. I still think it's a great action movie, and some of the sequences were really, really good, especially in France. That was the best part.
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit kind of too much, kind of suspend disbelief for me personally.
Yeah, it does cross the boundaries a bit too much at times.
Just a little bit,
Yeah, just a little bit. It's not Fast and Furious level though.
No, but it kind of felt like it was
close to
getting
being.
there.
It was quite close.
Right. Well, John Wick, he's a superhero. Dominic Toretto is a superhero right now. So
Yeah.
but I'm glad you had a great time, Drew. I'm glad to hear it's your also favorite Adam as well. Your favorite of the year. That's cool.
So far, yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Mission Impossible. That's gonna be good.
I'm looking forward to that one. And Indiana Jones 5. But I've not heard very good things about it though.
Yeah, it's a bit like you. I've heard mixed things about it at the moment. That's right. Yeah.
But I'm still excited to check it out though.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I think it comes out Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I think, at least in the UK, anyway.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure what my favorite is at the moment. It might be maybe A Man Called Otto. I think for me.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, really like that one. Definitely cried in the cinema as well. So
yeah, I was very close to doing, but my mum was in tears.
To be honest, I'm not surprised, mate. A lot of people at my show were as well. So
yeah, I don't blame them.
Definitely an emotional movie.
Yeah.
But thank you for tuning in, Drew. If you guys got any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box. We've got Marvel fan. Hey, he says, "Hey, how are you?" So hey,
I'm a
man.
Marvel fan.
Hope you're doing well. And thank you for tuning in. Marvel fan also comments. He says, according to Amazon website, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Blu-ray release is 1st of August, but I think the UK release will be 31st of July, or either the 17th or the 14th of August. All right, awesome. Adam, are you picking it up on Blu-ray or 4K?
I'll probably just watch it again on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Is it on Disney Plus at the moment?
I don't think so, but I've not checked though.
Get you. I was going to say I'm not too sure either, to be honest, because normally nowadays movies go on like Disney Plus like about a month after they've been released normally. So, but I think Guardians has done pretty well, so I'm not surprised they've kind of held it out a little bit longer. I think my local cinema is still showing it, to be honest, like twice a day at least.
Really?
I think so. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, a bit surprised by that, but it must be doing well for them to do that. So that's good. Yeah. For me personally, a bit like you, Adam, I'd probably just watch it on Disney Plus again if it comes on there. I can't say I loved it that much to get on Blu-ray personally, but maybe in the future if it goes cheaper, possibly then. Yeah. But thanks for the comment, Marvel fan, and if you guys are watching, let us know if you're picking up Guardians on Blu-ray as well when it comes out.
Yeah.
We've got Ryan from RWR in the house. So hey, Ryan, hope you're well. He says, "Hey guys, just watched the first episode of Secret Invasion. It was all right so far. Any of you watched it?" Adam, have you watched it yet?
Yeah, I actually did. I watched it today.
And what do you think?
I thought it was very good.
Mm.
But I think it took a bit to get into it though. But
Okay.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to episode 2. I'm sure that will be even better.
Awesome. So they've only just released the first episode so far.
At the moment, yeah.
Okay.
And there's 6 episodes in total.
Yeah, so just a short season.
Yeah.
Yeah, get you. I haven't seen it yet, mate, to be honest. So I've heard the first episode's good, but quite slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
It sounds like as well. I do know that part of Secret Invasion was shot in Leeds as well, so not too far actually.
Cool.
Yeah, because I remember seeing pictures of like Samuel L. Jackson and Emilia Clarke like in the street filming for the series. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I had no idea about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it though, mate. That's really good, and I'm glad that at least it sounds all right, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So thank you, Ryan, for the question. Glad that you thought it was all right so far. That's awesome. He also says, did anyone watch the trailer for Dumb Money? Has Seth Rogen, Paul Dano, Shailene Woodley about the stock market with GameStop rise? Oh, cool.
I've not heard of that.
Not heard of it. Yeah. I think I remember hearing about this movie existing, but I've not seen a trailer for it. No. Didn't even realize there was a trailer out, to be honest.
I might check it out after this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, I like all the cast, to be honest, like Paul Dano, Shailene, and Seth Rogen. So check it out. And I remember when the stock market rise for GameStop, it was only about 2-3 years ago, maybe. Wasn't long. I don't think.
No. I think it was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, it wasn't long, right? So, we've also got another guest in the wings. We've got Jackson from Horsetooth.
Hey.
Hello, Jackson.
Good to see you guys.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. Ran a long errand this morning, basically 3 hours of driving. But now I'm home and just ready to chat.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. And I know you were doing a couple of jobs beforehand. You were messaging.
Yeah, so, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got sorted anyway, man. That's awesome. Yep. And congrats also for in 200 subs as well recently. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I just like checked my channel yesterday when I posted my Spider-Verse review finally, and it's awesome. Thank you to everybody that subscribed to me. Maybe I'll do a live stream this weekend or early next week to celebrate.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that would be cool. And I know you like live stream last time went pretty well as well. So that's really cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun for sure. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, man. Well, that's awesome. So firstly, Jackson's channel is down below in the description box. So go subscribe to Jackson at Horsetooth Cinema. Jackson, for anyone who is brand new to you, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about what your channel is around?
Yeah, definitely. So I do movie reviews over there for new stuff that I'm interested to check out, I should say. I also do a lot of kind of list type content. I recently did a couple of director ranking videos, talking about like the scariest movies I've seen. I talk about my favorite movies every now and then. So yeah, just lots of love for the movie world kind of content over there.
Yeah, awesome, man. And you said you just dropped a review for Spider-Verse as well. So that's
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've got it on my watch later, so I will be getting to that one.
Yeah, no, I definitely liked it, but just not quite as much as the first one, I think. I have some thought. You can check out the review for my full thoughts, but yeah.
Sure. To be honest, Jackson, similar to you, I preferred the first movie.
Yeah.
I did as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's cool that we all agree on that. Anyway, that's cool. I felt like there was parts in the new one that was better than the first movie, but I think
I agree.
The first one was more solid, to be honest.
Yeah, I think there's parts about like the animation style I like. I love the look of the Spot, and just like some of the different worlds that they go to, I think are really cool. But yeah, overall, the first one just did more for me. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad that we all agree. That's awesome. And again, Link to Jackson's channel, the Horsetooth Cinema, and Adam's is down below in the description box. So definitely go subscribe to those guys. We've got a couple of questions in the meantime. We've got Ryan saying, this question is for Mike specifically. He says, do you think with No Hard Feelings we will get more raunchy R-rated comedy movies moving forward? Or do you believe that this is a one-off? All right, cool. Great question. Well, firstly, have any of you guys seen this movie?
No, it's playing at my local like indie theater. They've been doing a lot of rom-coms recently. But yeah, maybe I'll check it out. I like the idea of more raunchy ones like coming back a little bit. That sounds fun.
Yeah. So I mean, because you guys haven't seen it, I'm obviously not going to go into spoilers or anything like that. But yeah, I know the director of this movie previously did Good Boys from
Right.
when that movie came out. Now I think from what I read up online, that Good Boys made like 70 million at the box office profit, which is huge for like a rated R comedy. So with this one, it's kind of a good raunchy comedy. Jennifer Lawrence, of course, big name attached to this movie, and she's probably worth seeing the movie just alone for her. So I wouldn't be surprised if this movie makes money. Hollywood maybe go more for raunchy comedies because the kind of easy money makers really. Kind of a bit like horrors, make a horror movie, you could make money. If you make if you make a comedy low budget, you're gonna make money, So
unless I mean, like I think a little bit with I think there's less of a consensus now for audiences about what's funny than there used to be. And so I think in that way, maybe it's a little bit more volatile for people to make comedies than horror movies. Because like horror movies, going back to the beginning of movies, have always done well, at least like as a genre, But,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's easier definitely to make a horror than a comedy, especially one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with you. I think it's just with what you can do today, really, and what you can say and what you can't say, and that kind of toe the line on raunchiness, I guess, as well.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that, and just I mean, like, there's just so I don't know. I think we're still working on reaching a consensus of different things that are funny, and I think there are different. I think one thing that helps that is like when filmmakers really like push the boundaries in terms of that. And I think there's a little bit of a lack of that nowadays, at least in the mainstream movies. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would say I think this director who did Good Boys and No Hard Feelings, I think he's definitely torn the line. Mm-hmm. To be honest, like there was parts in that movie I was like, wow, okay, I'm surprised they did that, but it was quite refreshing in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it depends on if this makes money, and it probably will. He'll probably make more comedies. So yeah, I think. I don't think it'll be like once every couple of months, but I think once every maybe few years, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you for the question, Orion. We've got Matt H in the house. Says evening all. So hey Matt, hope you're well. Hope you're doing well. He says, have any of you seen Following, the Christopher Nolan movie?
I have not.
I have not either. Jackson?
I have, yeah. I've actually it was kind of a finishing touch on a project I did to watch all of the Nolan movies. So yeah, I would say Following is probably my least favorite or second to least favorite Nolan movie. It's really short. It's only like an hour long. Very much kind of like Hitchcock neo or like a noir kind of movie where it's about a character who's following somebody and then they get involved in this kind of larger crime plot thing.
Okay.
It's you've seen the movie done better before, but it's interesting to watch as Nolan's first feature. It's a good looking movie, I'll say that.
Wow. Okay. So with it being his first feature, when did that get released?
I think it was the late 90s. It was right before. So I think Memento was 2000, so this had to have been like 98, 99, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you. No, I've never seen it. To be honest, I don't know if I've heard of this one.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think I have either.
No, oh, so it's not just me at least. That's good.
Right. Yeah. It's like it's definitely the least seen Nolan movie. Except actually, I think more people have probably seen Insomnia than have seen this because the only place I can think of where you can watch Following is the Criterion Channel. That's how I watched it, but I don't know.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Okay, because I was going to say I've heard of Insomnia more than Following.
Yeah, and there's because Insomnia also is a remake of like a Norwegian movie of the same name. I haven't seen the original, but I do like the Nolan one a lot. I actually think that's kind of an underrated movie.
Oh wow. Okay, I definitely want to explore more of his like older filmography as well.
Yeah.
I know like local cinema. Adam, do you know the Tyneside Cinema?
Just from you guys talking about it, yeah.
Yeah. And Adam, do you know about that cinema?
I've not been to that one. No.
I've been okay. Because I know they've recently been doing like Nolan's filmography, and lead up to
Right.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it though, Jackson, even if it's your least favorite at the moment.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, definitely. Yeah, probably bottom two for sure. I will say though, if you're looking to check out more Nolan from like kind of earlier, I don't know if you've seen The Prestige.
No, I've seen The Illusionist.
Okay, yeah, similar vein. A good friend of mine from college really hates The Prestige because she likes The Illusionist a lot more. But
Right.
I don't know. I haven't seen The Illusionist, but I really love The Prestige. I think that's a super underrated Nolan movie.
I've heard great things about that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
From what I remember of The Illusionist, I think I remember enjoying it. I didn't think it was like groundbreaking, but I enjoyed it.
No, it sounds good. I definitely want to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But there's definitely a lot of them I want to get to in his filmography.
Yeah.
We've got Josh. He's saying, watched Pearl again today to see if I like it more. But I really don't. Thought it was like a blank page as the film tries to make you fill it in yourself. Just didn't work. Do you like the film? Okay. Adam, have you seen Pearl?
I've not seen Pearl, but I'm not that interested in watching it though.
Fair.
Yeah, I know you're not really into horror. So...
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if you've seen X, but I guess if you haven't seen, like, if you're not that into horror, then you probably wouldn't have.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, Adam's staying well clear from them.
Yeah. As far away as I can.
Right. Well, I've seen Pearl twice. I've seen it in the cinema in US when I went over last year, and then I rewatched it. Personally, I really enjoyed the movie. I think I prefer it over X, to be honest. I don't know. I just think it's great. Mia Goth's great in the movie as well. Jackson, what's your thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I like it more than X. I don't know if I've talked about it on here, but I kind of found my issue with it was that it felt kind of inconsistent in like what kind of horror it was trying to go for. Like some of it felt very confident in doing the whole like throwback to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like really grindhouse kind of movies, and then some of it just felt like the score had a lot of like A24 kind of art house flavor to it. So I wasn't, it didn't really feel that confident for me. But Pearl, and just being more of a character study that goes to some dark places, felt more like consistent, and so I like that about it. And then Mia Goth, is great in it. Like I think she's amazing.
Right. I agree with you completely. Yeah, you're right. Because like when I watched it, like I heard it was like based on like 70s kind of vibe to it, and you got that for sure. But you're right. I felt there was part of it that felt like it was trying to be something different than what that 70s. So I agree.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you've seen Carrie, the Brian De Palma movie based on the Stephen King book.
The original?
The original, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've seen a remake.
I don't. There's a couple of remakes, I think.
The one with Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Seen that one. That one was actually okay.
Okay. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend watching the original because I just think Mia Goth as an actress has such a similar quality to her that Sissy Spacek, the woman who plays Carrie in that movie does. There's a lot of similarities in that kind of story.
I definitely want to watch the original. I've heard, of course, great things about it. So yeah, I want to get to it. But yeah, Mia Goth, I really like, to be honest. I think she's a great actress. And I like Brian De Palma as well. Love Casualties of War. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Have you seen that one? I think you said you hadn't, right?
No, I haven't yet. I kind of have an excuse to watch it now because I think it's on HBO Max, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
Which I have, so I should probably go ahead and check that out pretty soon. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to your letterbox review.
Yeah, definitely.
Adam, do you have a letterbox account?
I do, but I hardly go on it.
Oh, okay.
I've only been there. I've only been there a couple of times. I'll have to start doing more stuff on it. I've only reviewed one film on it.
Oh, really?
What was the movie?
I think it was Thor: Love and Thunder.
I like the idea that you like reviewed that, and then like just somebody who doesn't know you would see your account, and this guy like Thor: Love and Thunder just made him quit movies.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be thinking, hey, Adam, one movie and he's done. That's it. Drove him off letterbox.
Exactly.
I'll do one for Secret Scene later.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I love letterbox, and I always so every morning when I wake up, I always refresh my letterbox to see like brand new reviews people's put on.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Jackson, I've been meaning to ask you a question actually.
Okay.
There was a movie you showed me from your collection, and it was last Z Talks I think you were on, and I've been trying to look up that movie because I haven't watched the stream back. Was it called Secrets?
I don't think so. I don't think I own a movie called Secrets.
I think it was a movie from the 70s. You have, and I think it's got like a white cover to it.
That doesn't narrow it down.
No. Just to begin with an S, maybe.
I mean, the ones with S, I don't think so. There's one called Spetters, but that's like Seconds. It's probably Seconds. Somebody said it in the comments.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
It's this, isn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. I've been meaning to check that movie out, but I thought it was called Secrets. I've been going on Google being like Secrets 70s movie. Doesn't pop up.
No worries. And it's technically from the 60s. This came out in 66.
60s,
but,
right. Tell you what.
But yeah.
Right, give me a second, hold on. Right, I'll flick the light on so it's a bit better lighting, and I'm going to write it down.
Good, there you go.
Because I had a chance to watch a movie the other night, and I was like, "What is that movie called?" But I didn't want to go back on the stream.
Oh yeah, fair.
60s, okay. I remember you telling me about that, and I was like, "I'm really intrigued with that movie."
Yeah, no, the premise is
down.
cool, and it's I love the way it's carried out as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, just before we move on, we've got another guest in the wings. We've got a legend. It's Rashad G. Hey, Rashad.
Hello.
All right. What's good, y'all? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
All right. Yeah. I had to do something different this time. I had to go through my phone because we having a bad lightning storm here, and my laptop got kind of zapped, so it's out of commission for a while. So, I got to use my phone for this one.
Yeah, we had like the craziest one last night, so I totally feel you there. Where are you actually in the U.S.?
Central Florida.
Florida, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So like as soon as I set my laptop up, that shit said zzz, and everything just went to black. I said, "Oh, okay. So we're not playing today. All right."
No.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear about your laptop though, Rashad. That's not great.
I mean, no, it's all right. I mean, it's probably just just out of commission for a little bit, but just a couple of chops and we thrown across the room. It'll be okay. a little bit of tough love. It'll be back.
Right. Well, Rashad, appreciate you joining, man. Thank you so much for joining as well.
Nah, no problem, bro. Happy to be here.
And for anyone who doesn't know the legend that is Rashad, Rashad, you've been on the channel so many times now. But for anyone who's
right? Yo, listen, anybody that don't know me by now, shame on y'all. All right, I was the first one. Okay, I started this Z Talk shit. Is this the thanks that I get? That's a Dr. Dre line if y'all don't know that song. But yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Rashad, do you want to just introduce your channel and what it's about for anyone who doesn't know?
Rashad G Reviews. So I talk movies, shows. I used to do cooking tutorials, but then I kind of fell back on that. Got to get back to that again. So anything that comes in this crazy brain of mine, I put it on wax, put it out there for you all to see, and hopefully y'all enjoy it. That's about it. There's no set formula to my style, man. I just get in front of the camera and just do the damn thing. However I'm feeling that day.
Yeah, man. Awesome. And Rashad's got a great channel. The link is down below in the description box. Rashad, you've recently been doing some kind of throwback reviews, right?
Yeah, well, lately I've been on a mission to find like hidden, I call them hidden black gems. So these are black films that have been kind of swept under the rug and forgotten about. So I'm a big fan of blaxploitation and modern black cinema. But then I'm like, okay, what about those movies that nobody talks about? So I've been just like really digging and researching and finding those films that nobody has seen and been watching them, trying to shine a light on them, get them some recognition because I think they need to be seen just like the other films that people watch and enjoyed. So I just want to do my part and get those films out there. You know what I mean? So that's my little personal journey.
Yeah, that's awesome, and it's been cool seeing your videos. And I know the other day you also collabed with Rob from Exploitation about that as well, right?
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. He was one of my inspirations for doing that because I thought I was an exploitation fan, but that guy, he has a way bigger exploitation vocabulary than I do. So I'm like, okay, let me start digging so I can get up on his level, and that's how I came across what I'm doing right now.
Right.
That's awesome.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Jackson. No, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say I definitely want to check that out because I've started to get into blaxploitation a little bit, but I've only seen kind of the classic like staples, like the biggest titles like Coffee and Shaft and stuff like that. But you need to get into. I want to check out your videos to kind of see some more of the hidden gems for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, bro. Like, there's like Superfly and Shaft. Like those, like you said, those are the name brand ones. But there's some great value ones that's pretty good too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, it's been awesome seeing your videos, Rashad. And for anyone who hasn't been to Rashad's channel, again, link is down below in the description box. Please go and subscribe to him. And Rashad, you're going to be proud on Sunday. I'm watching Twins for the first time ever.
Finally. I'll be even happier when you watch Gladiator.
Right. I will let you know when I do. When usually when I watch these movies, I'll send you a photo and I'll be like, it's time, So I'll do that for Gladiator as well.
No doubt.
Just don't watch the film Cats. Just don't watch that one.
I know only one person that appreciates that movie, and I mean I probably shouldn't say his name, Anthony Perez, but yeah, I can't he didn't love the movie, but he was like, oh, people hate the movie, but it wasn't that bad. I'm like, no, it's worse. That's why it's not that bad. Stop being merciful. All right, we do not train to be merciful here.
Yeah, I mean, we all know what Perez is like with movies. He'd give all of them under 5 stars if he could. So,
well, except for the ones that I give him. The ones that I give him, he don't mind taking a shit on just because I shit on his Harry Potter movie. So we kind of go tit for tat on that one.
Right. Yeah, I know. So we know what Perez is like, though. So Rashad, thank you for joining. We have also got another guest in the wings waiting, and that is Paul from Off the Cover. Hey, Paul.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Pretty good. I didn't get your message until like 5 minutes ago, so sorry I'm late.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. How you doing anyway?
Pretty awesome. I just put out a video about 5 minutes ago. I was working on it all day, so yeah, it's a big bombshell one. I think everybody will enjoy it.
All right, cool. Yeah, you've been putting out a couple of controversial takes at the moment. So that's been interesting. Yeah, man. Well, Paul's channel will be down below in the description box after the live stream as well. So, or type in YouTube Off the Cover. You'll be able to find them there. We're going to drive into a question because we're quite far behind in the comments. We've got Matt H saying, are you looking forward to Maxine? Yeah, Rashad, you're going to be Maxine?
Hell yeah. I hated X. I probably have to watch it again because I just did not take that movie seriously at all. But Pearl really sold me on the franchise. So, so my love for Pearl makes me excited for Maxine. But I'm still not crazy about X. I got to go back and watch X again.
Yeah, I mean, just before you joined, Rashad, me and Jackson were saying about X and that we liked the movie, but not huge on it compared to Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl was a little bit more believable. X, I'm sorry, I just did not buy the fact that these geriatric old people that wear Depends can hurt anybody. Think about it, like, okay, look, all of us have grandmothers, right? Okay, and we love our grandmothers, but do you think that your grandmother is capable of doing the shit that Pearl did in X? Honestly.
If she was as angry about people coming and fucking in her yard, then yeah, probably.
Probably so. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying because like she's like old and shaky, and come on, I don't believe that you'll do any physical harm to me. I can,
No,
you'll blow over and shit yourself, and then I gotta change you.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie. Is it a lot of like kind of Mary Sue, like women take like 100-pound woman taking on a 250-pound guy in a fight or something like that?
No.
One old lady is a slasher, and she goes through all these wannabe porn stars, picks them off one by one.
And the funny thing too is this old lady is played by Mia Goth also, and Mia Goth also plays one of the porn stars, so she gets to do a little bit of like playing two parts, which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she's unrecognizable though as the old lady though.
Oh yeah, completely. So, like it's
You wouldn't be, yeah. Well, Adam, I'm assuming you're not going to be checking out Maxine, the final movie in this trilogy.
I didn't even know it was a trilogy until 2 minutes ago.
Fair enough. All good, mate. All good. Jackson, what about you?
Definitely. Yes, very sold on it. I mean, it's funny, because Adam mentioned he didn't even know it was a trilogy, but like neither did Ty West when he initially wrote X. Like he and Mia Goth just got this idea during the middle of the shoot to just go shoot another movie right afterwards, which was Pearl. And then after that, they were like, well, let's just turn it into a trilogy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they do with it.
Yeah, definitely, man. And Paul, what about you?
I actually hadn't heard of it. I haven't seen X. I don't know. I mean, based on Rashad's description, I might check it out. I'm actually going movie hopping tomorrow. I got No Hard Feelings, Asteroid City, and The Flash, all straight through in a row. So, but yeah, after that, I'll probably try to check it out.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, sounds good. And it sounds like you'll be in the cinema from like 9 a.m. to like midnight by the time the movie and the trailer's finished.
Yeah, basically. But movies are expensive, so I just sneak right into the next movie.
That's how we did it back in the day, man.
That's right. Yeah, 3-for-1 special.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool, man. It'll be cool to hear your thoughts on those as well when you get a chance to watch them.
Yeah,
I get you. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for the question, Matt. Really appreciate it. We've got the Movie Tier podcast. So, hey, hope you're doing well. Evening, gents. What's your thoughts on the movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
It's Kevin Costner, right?
I believe so.
I always get this one confused with the Russell Crowe one.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. I'm not sure which one that is.
Yeah, I haven't seen either one, so I can't really comment. But
the first one that comes up is the Kevin Costner one on Google.
Prince of Thieves, right? Yeah, okay. I figured that was the one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they did a remake or retelling with the same name or not, though. I don't know.
So that's one of those stories that doesn't have a copyright. So basically, anyone can pick up because it's like from like 1200 or something. It's like 800 years old. Nobody really nobody has the rights to it. So yeah, every once in a while you'll see different iterations of it, like the Russell Crowe one. There was another one where it was like a veteran coming back, and it was pretty bad. But Prince of Thieves I thought was pretty awesome, and from what I remember, the soundtrack was really great.
Okay.
Yeah, Prince of Thieves was actually that one was dope, man. Unfortunately, that came out the same year as Terminator 2, the same summer. So I remember there was a lot of hype around it, and Kevin Costner was like predicting it was going to be the movie of the year, the biggest blockbuster of the summer. And within a month, when T2 came out, everybody forgot about Prince of Thieves. but when it came on VHS, I rented it from Blockbuster, and I watched. I said, okay, this is dope. Alan Rickman was the villain. It was a serious take on the character, so I thought it was good, man. Just it came out at the wrong time.
It was. By the way, the song from the movie was "Everything I Do" by Bryan Adams. It's a pretty famous song.
Come on, you know you want to sing it because I just heard it in my head, man. Come on. you know you want to sing it, bro. Come on.
But we're getting off the cover karaoke tonight, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, you never know.
I know for sure. As you were saying it, you were singing it in your head as you were saying
it. That's right.
Well, Jackson, have you seen this movie?
No, I haven't seen that one or the Russell Crowe one. Or I'll give a shout out to Men in Tights as well, just because that's kind of a parody of it. Yes. But I haven't seen that either. I want to watch all of those.
Yes, Men in Tights is so good. It's got
hilarious,
Dave Chappelle.
Bit like you, Jackson. I want to sit down and watch them as well. I haven't seen this one. I've seen the is it Taggart Egerton one like a few years ago?
That's one. There was a recent one, yeah.
I've seen the terrible one.
I feel like that's a common Mike thing. Is like, oh, we'll bring up like a classic movie, and he'll be like, "No, I've seen the terrible remake though."
Yeah.
I've never seen Terminator 2, but I've seen Genesis, and I thought it was great. Like, shut up.
We were talking about Point Break. He's like, "I haven't seen Point Break, but I've seen the remake."
Yeah, I wish I hadn't seen the remake, to be honest.
There's another version.
Mike ain't seen shit.
I've seen T2 though, Rashad, so it's all good.
Okay.
I've seen all the Terminator movies apart from Salvation. It's the only one I've not seen.
Salvation was good. I think Salvation's underrated.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I actually enjoyed Salvation.
I've heard it's the best kind of spin-off sequel one they've done, to be honest.
Yeah, because they don't try to capitalize. Well, they kind of capitalize off of Arnold, but it doesn't really focus on Arnold. It's more about John Connor and the actual world of after Skynet did what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of build up to the first Terminator.
Okay. And I know Christian Bale's in it as well, so that's kind of what sold me on the movie as well.
And very underrated Sam Worthington. I love that guy.
Yeah, what happened to him after that first Avatar? He kind of went on hiatus until the second Avatar movie.
Right. Yeah. No.
In between, another thing I can think of that he was in the Clash of the Titans movies.
That's right.
And he was in a mini series last summer called Under the Banner of Heaven. He played like one of the Mormon brothers. If nobody's seen that, highly recommend it. It's only like 6 or 7 episodes. It's got Andrew Garfield. Very good.
Oh, I think I've heard of this. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. I like Andrew Garfield, so that's good. So
yeah, that was like one of my very early reviews, like last year when I started the channel.
Oh wow, okay. Nice. Well, thanks for the recommendation, Paul. I have to look into that one.
Yeah.
Adam, very quickly, have you seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
I've seen some of it when it was on TV. I thought it was all right. I wasn't really following it though.
Damn.
Okay. maybe do a rewatch then, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I was only half watching it.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. We've got Jason, the Old Millennial, from me and Adam what just on before. He says, "Hey, Mike and Adam, hope you're doing well." Hey, Jason.
Hope you're doing well too, Jason.
We've got Josh adding in here. He says, "Watched a film called You Hurt My Feelings, and it's super funny already. A24 have had a hell of a year, and this film might be their funniest in their catalogue."
Wow, A24 does comedies too? Damn.
Yeah, I mean, like Lady Bird was like kind of one of their earlier comedies. That was, I really like that movie a lot.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I forgot that was A24. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Lady Bird as well, to be honest. Yeah.
I saw that at like the exact right age. I was like 17 when that came out, so it was a very appropriate. Like I was like right in the same period of life that the main character was in, which was a good way to see it.
Yeah, it sounds like it came out ideally, as you said. Yeah, about the time you're grown. Yeah, I didn't know that was A24 till a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh wow, okay, that's cool. But yeah, Josh, great to hear that it's a good movie. I saw you in the poster for it, so I'll be intrigued to check it out. He also adds in here, I like the look of Dumb Money. Movies about stock markets and idiots getting rich off nothing. Some of my favorites, so I'll be watching it on day one.
Actually, I haven't heard of this. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
Have you heard-
sounds like my type of movie.
So it's about the GameStop saga, which I was sort of kind of involved in. I didn't make that much money. It was like a few $100, but that was an extremely interesting time. Regular people figured out something that, you know, takes like a master's degree, and I think the whole story is great. I love Paul Dano, especially. It doesn't seem like he's like a homicidal like rapist in this movie, so that's different with him. And Shailene Woodley, she's my jam.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like Shailene Woodley. Just don't watch the movie Robots she released this year with Jack Whitehall. That's
Actually, I like that. I like that movie. That was actually like, it was all right.
oh,
Get him, Mike. Get him, Mike.
How do I remove Paul from a stream? Let me just check.
I remember she was.
I thought you wanted controversy. Controversy, generates views.
Yeah.
I remember she was decent in Snowden, the Oliver Stone biopic. Yeah, I didn't love the movie or anything. It was okay, but like she was pretty good in it.
Yeah, I didn't mind that movie. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about it, going to be honest, but I remember liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my type of movie, man. That sounds like Wolf of Wall Street almost.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. I've got
But I remember that. I remember that GameStop, that little controversy that went on because I tried to get in, but by the time I heard about it and tried to get into it, it was too late. I already missed the wave, and I was kicking myself in the ass like, damn, I was about to be rich.
Especially if you invested in it like way low as well.
Yeah. It's like Dogecoin as well. Like people who were like early investors and then made like millions.
Same here, yo. I put like $500 in there. Like, man, I'm about to blow up, and once again, I came in too late.
Yeah.
You snooze, you lose, Rashad.
I know. Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, you have to be quick on that kind of stuff, though. To be honest, so I'll get you. Jason says, "Can we rename the movie Flash to Karma?"
Ouch! That movie's getting so much hate right now, man. Golly.
I don't know about you guys, right? So I heard the other day the director Andy Muschietti came out and said the bad CG was intentional.
Bullshit. Excuse me.
Right.
That's
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just like, that's a load of rubbish, to be honest. Like, what a terrible thing to come out with, really.
Nah, yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. That I enjoyed the movie. All right, CG was terrible at times, but I liked the heart of the movie. I thought that Ezra Miller, though he's a POS in real life, but I thought, I'm separating the artist from the person. I thought he did a great job, playing Barry. Michael Keaton gave me chills as Batman, took me back to my childhood. It was a perfect summer popcorn blockbuster type movie that that you take the kids and see, and I enjoyed it. I don't get the hate that it's really getting, to be honest with you, unless you're just one of those that hate Ezra Miller, which I understand because a guy he's a scumbag. It is what it is, but I thought the movie was good.
Yeah, I know you had a good time with Rashad. I definitely think it's a fun movie. I agree with you. And it's a kind of like a popcorn movie. The Back to the Future reference, I'm not saying much because Paul hasn't seen it. Back to the Future reference is the best part in that movie for me, though.
Facts.
That was great.
But okay, I just want to say this real quick. The movie would have been perfect. I said this in my review. The movie would have been perfect if they had Superman. I think putting Supergirl in there really hurt the movie, and this is no diss to the actress. I think she did good as Supergirl, but nobody wants to see Supergirl. We want to see the trifecta of Batman, Superman, The Flash, and Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? We want to. That's the core group. We don't want to see Supergirl.
Well, the studio really did Henry Cavill wrong. He's been getting I don't know. He's not having a very good year with Superman. Like he got canned from Superman. He's not doing The Witcher. He's not having a good go of it this year.
Yeah, him and The Rock are going through it. I think they should be having a drink together. Like, man, what the hell are we gonna do now?
Well, I think The Rock's too busy trying to change the hierarchy of Disney, I think, at the moment. With the Moana live action.
Ouch. Well, I think, didn't Disney drop him? Disney dropped The Rock. Yeah, because of some allegations. They dropped him. Mm-hmm.
Oh, when did this happen? Do you guys know about this?
This was a few months ago. He was named as some kind of scandal, some kind of some accusation that he's a part of, and Disney said, yeah.
Wait, The Rock?
The Rock. Like he's not guilty, nothing yet, but his name came up in something that is not good, and Disney, I guess, cut ties with him and said, we're all right. Why do you think he went back to the Fast franchise? Warner Brothers ain't messing with him, and Disney said, "Nah, bro, we can't do you."
Wow.
So you gotta go back to you gotta go crawling back to Universal.
Wow.
I didn't know that, to be honest.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did that announcement, the Moana live action. So I was thinking he's going to be in it, surely.
Unless something changed, but yeah, I remember when they announced that, and then afterwards they said, they cut ties with him.
Yeah, I was just reading it. He was named in a kidnapping lawsuit.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I'm gonna have to read up on it afterwards. I've not heard about this story. I thought this would be like everywhere, to be honest.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
The
It's all about a submarine this week.
Right.
Oh, that's
yeah.
true, yeah.
Rest in peace to those people, man. But what the fuck? Like, what?
I don't understand. This is a total side note. I don't understand why people are being so like awful to those people. Like, I understand being like, I wouldn't do that. That sounds unsafe or whatever. But like, can you imagine how scary that would be? What they're going through? Like, Jesus.
I mean, I think the hate comes in because they're really rich.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I understand like.
Yeah.
I understand it if it weren't a life or death thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At the same time, though, that's what they choose to spend the money on, to go down to try explore. Like, I don't have an issue with that. That's their choice to do that.
Yeah.
I love how I saw one article, though. I will add this in. I think someone reached out to James Cameron about it, and I was like, he only made a movie. He's not going to be able to help.
Listen. I made a half joke about that. I said, why do you want to see the Titanic when James Cameron made a movie about it? Just watch the movie. You ain't got to go down there. You talking about 16,000 below? You crazy?
Well, the other crazy thing, too, is that their sub doesn't have a window. The only way that they can see the Titanic is through a monitor on a screen in the sub. So it's like you could just watch the footage. Like, I don't know.
Right.
You could have been out at the comfort of your home with a projector and a wall, and you could have watched it as big as you wanted to. Why in the hell do you want to go 16,000 deep?
Yeah.
I just saw like a real quick pop culture thing about Titanic. So apparently Bill Paxton, before he passed away, he said that there's like a deleted scene in Titanic where Bill Paxton's character actually sees the old woman with the emerald, and they had like a big interaction, like, "Hey, don't throw it in the ocean." But I guess they cut it out. So that was a news story I just actually read this morning. It was pretty interesting. I'd love to see the deleted scene.
Footage, probably on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, yeah. Because when they showed Titanic originally, like in the cinema not long ago, it was like the anniversary, I think, in 4K. I was like, I think I looked up afterwards and it said a deleted scene. I was like, what? Like an alternate ending or something like that? I was like, wow, okay. And you're right,
I think I've seen that ending.
I've seen it as well. I think. Yeah.
It's terrible. I'm glad they didn't go with it, to be honest.
I got confused
Wow.
with the other ending. I was thinking, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Kind of like the T2, like the T2 director's cut ending. Oof. Terrible.
What was that?
I've not seen that one, Rashad.
You ever seen that one? Yeah. So T2, the director's cut, ends with the old Sarah Connor with some bad makeup on, and she's sitting in a park talking to a tape recorder. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. She was talking to a tape recorder about how they stopped Judgment Day and how the future is not. So that whole monologue that she has at the end, where you see the car just driving by, but this time you see her in the park sitting down with the kid, like the same park that she saw in her dream that got blown up.
Oh, yeah.
She's sitting at the same park now as an old woman.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't go with that ending, to be honest.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it sounds it, man. I'll watch it on YouTube. Josh adds in, he says, going to be remaking a review for Don't Worry Darling. I did a long time ago because I have some extended thoughts on rewatches. I really wanted to like the movie, but it fell short. Do you guys like it? Or do you like it, guys?
Don't worry, darling. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Okay. Adam, have you seen it?
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it. No.
Okay. I remember seeing it in the cinema. I've only seen it once. I thought it was all right. I thought it had potential, but kind of what Josh said, fell short for me. Jackson?
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm not a big fan, to be honest. I kind of felt like it was really like derivative of other just better movies like Stepford Wives, Get Out. There's a little bit of The Matrix in there. Everything is done better in other movies that it's trying to do. It looks okay, it's well acted at times, not by Harry Styles, but
yeah, Florence Pugh, the best part of that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Paul?
So that was one of my earlier reviews. I want to say like last August. I actually liked it. The ending fell a little bit short. It was obviously it's like a feminist message or whatever. So yeah, I guess like it was a little bit woke, but it wasn't that bad. Maybe what probably would have made it better is if Olivia Wilde wasn't banging Harry Styles the entire time and just focused on making a good movie. It might have been better. But I think she had the affair on the set of that movie, so I don't know. I think the film probably suffered.
Yeah, it had a lot of controversy and backstory behind that movie.
Yeah, because Jason Sudeikis ended up giving her divorce papers while she was on stage promoting the movie. I don't know. I think they had a pretty good relationship, and she had to go mess it up.
Yeah,
and the movie suffered as a result. So everybody loses.
I found it because obviously all that controversy was very much alive when the movie came out, and then I went to I tried to not pay attention to that. It was just kind of annoying me. And then when I went to the movie, it was so much less interesting than all that controversy. That's kind of what I thought about it anyway. But yeah,
I agree. I think the controversy was more interesting. Yeah, I agree, Jackson. Just before we carry on with the next question, we have got another guest in the house, and that is Sin from Sin's Corner. Hey, Sin.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
How are y'all doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Good.
Right.
That's good.
How are you?
Dig the shirt.
I'm doing good. Oh, thank you. I'm doing good. Just got out of a business meeting, so I'm ready to talk about movies.
Awesome. Well, we've got an interesting comment as well waiting in the wings. Just before we do, I just want to say the link to Sin's channel is down below in the description box. So please go to subscribe to Sin at Sin's Corner. So we've got an interesting question to start on, Sin, that you've just joined us. It's kind of a two-part one. Jason says, I feel like this has been a lackluster summer as far as box office goes. Movies like Ant-Man 3, Flash, Elementals, and Little Mermaid have underperformed. I think Indiana Jones will also bomb at the box office.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I think that's
Ant-Man 3 is not a
accurate.
summer movie.
Yeah,
That's
that came out in February.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
think-
Ant-Man 3 is not. You're right.
But
it's kind of the start of-
nitpicking.
Of blockbustery stuff, for
Yeah.
the year.
Right.
I think it's it's studios having leftover woke stuff that just doesn't fly with audiences. Like I'm sure Indiana Jones, from what I've read, he gets upstaged by the woman in the in the film. It's like people want to see a strong character like on their own. So like I don't know, a movie like Extraction 2. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's got Chris Hemsworth. He's like the male lead, but the female supporting character is like strong in her own right. She tries to use her brain instead of her brawn against like 200-pound guys. And you see like, some weakness. And like as far as Elemental is concerned, oh my God. So I've been doing these surveys for Amazon credit for movies. At some point, like somebody approached me after I saw a movie. Hey, do you mind doing a survey? It's like, oh, yeah, okay. And so that was one of the trailers that they made me watch for cool $10 on Amazon. It just looks lame. Honestly, I'm kind of sick and tired of like the CGI cartoons. Like, can we go back to hand-drawn stuff like The Lion King? And then The Little Mermaid. I actually walked out out of the middle of that movie. I saw everybody in the theater was like on their cell phones, not paying attention. A lot of people like to complain about the race swapping. I don't think that's the problem. The problem is that the movie is just boring and bland. Studios just got to figure it out, because like Extraction 2 is a good movie. I'm sure Oppenheimer is going to be a good movie. I think the tide is turning because we've had some really, really bad movies lately.
Yeah, no, you make some interesting, controversial points, man. Yeah, definitely. But it's cool to hear your opinion, though. On it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go over to Adam. So, Adam, what do you think? Do you agree with Paul? Do you have some slightly different thoughts?
Yeah, I pretty much agree. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
awesome. Rashad?
I think the summer's been dope. I think also because I take my son to the movies a lot, so I kind of feed off of his energy. And a lot of these movies are made for kids, you know what I mean? So I actually took the whole family to see The Little Mermaid, and we all had a good time with it. And mind you, I'm not a Little Mermaid fan. I never seen the original movie, so I had nothing to compare it to. So I couldn't be like, well, this wasn't in the original, that wasn't in the original. I just came in with a fresh, open mind and find myself having a good time. I enjoyed it, and I watched it in Dolby. Dolby also enhances the experience. But the whole family loved it. I took my son to see Transformers: Rise of the Beast. We both had a great time. Across the Spider-Verse, Fast 10 can
That's a
kick
good
rocks.
one.
Okay,
Cross
which
the
one? Rise of the
Spider-Verse.
Beast.
Cross the Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that movie was
really
dope. That movie was dope. Like, yeah, I saw that twice now. Rise of the Beast was dope. Fast X can kick rocks. Flash we enjoyed. So yeah, so as far as like summer blockbusters, what they're supposed to be, they're not supposed to be so like like great films or masterpieces. Some of them are fortunate enough to be. So far this year, probably Spider-Verse is probably the best one out of all the summer movies. But I thought it's been a solid summer so far. I haven't really been disappointed. But then again, if I went by myself and like put my critic hat on, I'll probably be a little bit more critical about it. But I just sit back, eat some popcorn, drink some soda, man, watch my son be like, to me, I have a great time with them.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not watching Elementals either.
Well, I know you've been doing some reviews recently with your son as well, though, Rashad. So I could say like he always has a great time and he always enjoys it, which is
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes you just feed off the energy from the crowd, and just so happened my boy's sitting next to me, so he's excited, then I get excited, And I'm like, yeah, I guess this is like, for example, Space Jam 2. I'm pretty sure every critic across America slammed the LeBron James Space Jam, but when I watched it with my boy, I was like, damn, it's actually not too bad. Shot my review, put it out there, watch other reviews. Man, Space Jam was terrible. I said, Homer Simpson in the bushes.
I think it's a whole lot of hate in the LeBron James versus Michael Jordan debate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you one camp or the other. If you grew up in the '90s, you were a Bulls fan.
Right.
You grew up a little bit later, then you were, James fan. So,
I'm just basketball wise, I way prefer LeBron, but like, I hated Space Jam too. But I totally get where people are coming from with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so that's one thing I think we have to remember, man. Like, a lot of these movies are for kids, for younger kids. And sometimes I think if you see it through the eyes of a child, I think you'll appreciate it more, even though it's not really a great movie. But for what a movie is supposed to do, to have that, theatrical experience, what I'm saying? I think a lot of these movies are working as far as that criteria goes. But as a film itself, I'll probably watch them and be like, yeah, this probably ain't too good. But the theater experience, yeah, right now I'm digging them. A lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah, and I think that theater experience is definitely going to go for, Indiana Jones coming out, Barbie as well next month. I think that'll be very interesting.
Yeah. I wasn't like a lot of the blockbusteries. I haven't been too thrilled by a lot of them this year. I did really enjoy Across the Spider-Verse. I've seen that twice. I enjoyed The Flash. I wasn't in love with it. I didn't absolutely hate it. I was not crazy about Ant-Man 3, and I was super disappointed in Rise of the Beast. I was just like, ugh. It was just so, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, and I wanted to. I thought I was going to maybe like it. I had heard some positive things about it. It was like, holy cow, I just don't care.
Even well, not to be too spoiler, but even the reveal at the end, like there's a big reveal at the end that sets up for like something to come.
I mentioned in my review, that's like one little interesting thing, but
okay.
I still wish I had stayed home and just like worked or something.
Damn.
I was disappointed.
Damn.
I know.
Okay.
And I'm going into Indiana Jones next week with the full expectation that I'm not going to like it. So I hope I'll be surprised. But I'm expecting.
I'm kind of on the fence with that one, man. I'm such a big fan of the trilogy. It's a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't argue with me. It's a trilogy.
We don't count exactly.
Okay.
What's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Who's heard of that one? What's that? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I want to see it, man. It's almost like watching your favorite boxer get old and seeing him fight and knowing that, I love this guy at the height of his career, but now he's like, about to get his ass kicked. That's how I feel about Harrison Ford in this movie, man. I don't think I want to watch it. To be honest.
What's that movie with where it's about like Hunter S. Thompson is following Muhammad Ali, like late period Ali, where he like knows he's gonna get killed, and he just spends the whole afternoon like doing drugs and passing out in the pool. Like that's what the build up to Indy 5 is.
Yeah, exactly.
Get you.
Yeah.
I will say something very quickly that I'm with you on Transformers. I wasn't huge on it, but I know Rashad really enjoyed it, and Adam, you enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, I thought it was quite good.
All right, Adam, high five.
I wish I could have. I wish I could high five you.
Well, I'll give you a high five anyway. All right, we'd be still cool, but damn.
I know. I really did. Yeah, I go into all that in my review. It just felt so blah. Like Ant-Man felt blah. Transformers felt blah. Flash had a bit more spark and emotion in it, but just as a whole, it just didn't hit the spot like I wish it could have.
Well, to add to this, anyway, Jason's put comment on later. I forgot to read out, sorry. He says, Super Mario and Across the Spider-Verse have been the only standouts so far this year, and I think Mission Impossible will do well. In terms of box office results, anyway, he's referring to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tom Cruise can't lose, man.
Yeah.
Well, Mario did massive numbers to it. So fair play to the movie, and Spider-Verse, I think, is doing well as far as I'm aware.
Well, when you
and also Mario has like the most catchiest damn song this year so far. and I know right now all of you singing it in your head after I said that.
Unfortunately,
I still haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting to, because I didn't see it in theaters. I wasn't that intrigued, but I was like, I'll catch it on streaming. But it's still, you can only buy it and for like $20, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I guess I'll wait when they move it to the rental price. But
it's on the high seas.
oh,
So.
I could sail the 7 seas. This is true.
Good do. We've also got Josh saying about the movie Dumb Money coming out. He says the GameStop stock was due to Reddit, which is always funny to say. Yeah, I remember that report. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that in the movie. He says, been a lot of good movies this year, and the conversation with Spider-Verse, Pipeline, and Blackberry being standouts.
Haven't seen Pipeline and Blackberry.
Yeah,
is that How to Blow Up a Pipeline?
Yeah, How to Blow Up a Pipeline.
Yeah,
that was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. I thought that was fantastic. I do want to see Blackberry. I feel bad about missing it because I heard the premise and I just wasn't intrigued. And then everybody I know was like giving it these awesome reviews afterwards, and it sounds like I would like it, but I just need to catch up with it.
Yeah, I want to catch up on both of those as well, Pipeline and the Blackberry one.
I agree with Spider-Verse though. I think Spider-Verse is definitely a standout. And Creed 3, that's probably my favorite movie of the year so far. Yeah. I've seen Creed 3 like at least 5 times already.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
I saw it 3 times. Mike, remember I saw it 3 times in 1 week, like opening week. I saw an early screener that Monday, and then I went again Wednesday. Then I took the kids on Friday.
Oh wow.
If Creed 3 was a success at the box office, thanks to Rashad, I think.
Hell yeah. What? Yo, I almost broke my own record. Look, my record is 6. I saw Phantom Menace 6 times in the theater, so I almost broke my own record.
Getting there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. To add to this, Jason saying, Jackson, did you get much backlash for your review of Across the Spider-Verse?
No, I mean, I liked the movie, so it was, but I had maybe more criticisms than some people did, but all the comments I got were positive. They were all like, oh, like I can see where you were coming from on this. You know, I had a great time because of blah blah blah. But yeah, no, like people have been nice.
Sure, well, that's good. That's good.
So that's why you were so quiet when Spider-Verse got brought up.
No, I feel so bad because I don't do half stars for my ratings and stuff. So I gave it 3 stars, but it was really close to being 4. And if I was doing half stars, it would have been 3.5. So it's not a bad review or anything, but I think I don't know. No, what were some of your criticisms? I think just the ending, like it just did feel too much like a part 1, and there were too many things that felt unsatisfying to me with the way that they set that up.
Because like part 1, technically it was supposed to that it was originally called Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Right? No, and totally, and like it's and that's fine. It's just like with Dune Part 1, which does say Part 1 very briefly in the title screen. I actually thought the ending of that was a little bit more satisfying in terms of like character arcs that they settle prior to when it goes off. But like it's comparable, like
no, you know what? I get that because I kind of had those same feelings when the movie went off. I said, "Yo, did they just Empire Strike Back us right now?"
Yeah.
Yes, as much as people love Empire Strikes Back, go back to 1980. People were pissed when that movie came out.
They? Oh wow.
They were mad. Yeah, my father, because my father was around that time, and he was like, "Yeah, the movie was great, man," but people were mad leaving out. Like, damn, like cliffhanger, and they had to wait 3 years to find out what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I get that because obviously it does leave, and there's a lot of things that you want to know where they go, but it's also very satisfying, like in the way it turns it. Like, there's that last act is so, I don't know, because that was kind of my comparison, and I was like, comparing this to things like Empire Strikes Back or even like Fellowship of the Ring. Like, those movies have endings, even though they're part 1s. Or
right.
Empire Strikes Back Part 2.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can agree with that criticism.
Yeah, I think that's the worst part of Across the Spider-Verse, having to wait a year to find out what happens.
Not quite a year, 9 months.
Oh, yeah,
without March.
Yeah.
To keep it track.
I am, because I looked it up right away.
Yeah.
But like the animation, I mean, I think there were a lot of other aspects of the story that were really improved on with the first movie. Like I loved all the stuff with Gwen in it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Sin's got a calendar in the back there waiting for Spider-Verse.
8 months and 5 days and 25 minutes.
There you go.
Right.
I wasn't expecting to, like, I like the first movie, but like I mentioned in my review, and I've said before in conversations on live stream, that I wasn't as in love with the first movie as a lot of people seem to be. I liked it. Okay, so I went into the second movie thinking that I would feel very similar. Okay, I like it. It's all right. But I really, really enjoyed it because it hit harder emotionally for me. So I think that was why I came away from it enjoying it quite a bit more than I expected to.
Yeah, I was really glad to see your review, and you loved it, though. I really enjoyed it. That was awesome.
Nice.
And I don't know if nobody knows the story of Miles Morales, but somebody kind of spoiled it for me. But I'm gonna spare you what they did to me. But somebody kind of spoiled like where the next movie's gonna go, because if it follows a storyline that happens in the comic books, yeah, I think there's gonna be some Kleenex in the damn theater.
Oh no, I don't know the storyline. And you know what? You know what totally went right over my head in Across the Spider-Verse when they showed Danny Glover. I was like, oh, it's Danny Glover. Okay, he's playing the
Donald Glover.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I was about to say, where the hell was Danny Glover at?
I'm so sorry. I always have to think before I say, and I didn't think, so I said it wrong. Donald Glover, and they're showing him, and he's the what was that? Oh gosh, what's that character's name? The bad guy character.
The Prowler.
Prowler?
Yeah, the Prowler. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the Prowler.
And I was like, oh, cool cameo. I had completely forgotten that he was in the other Spider-Man movie playing that just went right on over my head. So I thought that was kind of cool.
It went over my head as well. I just thought it was a cameo.
Yeah.
So did I. I had totally forgotten, and I didn't realize his part in that other Spider-Man movie was referencing Miles Morales. I completely forgot about that.
That was Homecoming, right?
Yes, I think so.
I think that was Homecoming. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
So, just very quickly before we carry on, I think we've got to say bye to Adam now. I think Adam's got to head off, right?
Yeah, I'll probably get going now. But it's been great, Mike.
You're welcome, mate. Yeah, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, be easy, man.
Yeah, great to see you, man.
Take care. Bye.
Yeah, see you, Adam.
Bye.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, sorry, I knew we had to head out, so I was just trying to get for the head out. But yeah, but anyway, we've got another comment from Josh. He's saying, seeing Asteroid City tomorrow, and to prepare to be watching some Wes Anderson movies I haven't seen before. Rushmore, being one of the best. Yeah, awesome, man. Are you guys going to check out Asteroid City?
Yeah,
the movie tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll probably see it this weekend. I'm trying to get together to go with a buddy of mine. We'll see if we can plan it out. But yeah, no, I mean, there's still like 2 Wes Anderson movies I haven't seen. I haven't seen Royal Tenenbaums or Isle of Dogs, but I've seen all the other ones. So yeah, I like him a lot.
Believe it or not, Jackson, I haven't seen many of his movies, and those 2 are ones I've actually seen of his.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of
Believe
course.
it or not. I actually like Isle of Dog. I think that's the Isle of Dog. Sorry, that's a really good one.
Nice.
Yeah. Rashad, are you going to check out Asteroid City?
Hell no, but I'll be catching up on some Hulu and Netflix stuff, because that show The Bear just premiered actually today. They dropped the whole season of The Bear on Hulu, so I'm gonna be binging that. I have no interest in Asteroid City, but if I watch you guys' reviews and you give us some good reviews, I might check it out.
Right. Yeah, awesome, man. I've never heard of that series, The Bear. That's a new one.
What's it about?
Oh, dog, it's great, bro. Check it out.
What's
especially if you ever worked in a kitchen, like ever, like 'cause I've lived that kitchen life for a while, man, and that show hits close to home. So it stars what's that guy's name? He was in that show Scandalous. Can't remember his name, but anyways, yeah, it's a dope ass show. If you get a chance, check it out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've worked in
nice.
the kitchen personally, so I'm also curious to check it out just for that reason.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
some things that's gonna hit close to home. And I want to catch up on Sly's reality show, Stallone Family Home or some shit like that. Whatever is his reality show, I gotta check that out as well. So I'm gonna be watching a lot of TV type stuff.
Oh,
Make
nice.
sure to throw in some Arnold on there.
Yeah, there's that
Yeah,
documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, I
It's-
reviewed that. That doc was dope.
Oh, you saw
It
that?
was
I haven't
dope. I
seen it
love
yet.
Arnold.
Haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
It's only
I
3
love
episodes.
Arnold.
I love it.
Have you
It
seen
was really good.
Fubar?
Yeah, that was
Ugh.
also very good.
Oh gosh.
I tried. I still haven't finished it yet.
Oof. Ooh, it doesn't get any better. That
Yeah.
was so. I had a scathing review for it, and I hated that too because I love Arnold.
Yeah, it was hard for me to kind of get into.
I mean, anyone who knows Sin, every video she's got the Terminator 2
I
poster.
do.
That's the favorite
It's in my
movie.
videos. My favorite movie of all
Yeah.
time, Terminator 2.
Is it?
Hurt.
Oh,
Oh yes,
okay.
it hurt my heart to have to criticize Fubar the way I did.
Mm.
But he didn't write it, so I wasn't criticizing him directly.
Yeah, well, we have to face a harsh reality. Like our heroes are getting old. Sly,
Yeah.
Arnold, these guys, they're trying, but just remember the good old days. That's all.
That's
Just remember
true.
the good
But
times.
it could have been. What I would like is another True Lies movie with him as an older operative,
Yes.
or like a King Conan or something. That's what I would like, and I think well written, it could be amazing. But Fubar,
Well, I think King Conan. I think that ship has sailed because
I
they tried to
think
do
so.
that for years.
they've tried, but
And-
that's what I think. A lot of fans would love that.
Hell yeah! And
But-
well, I think True Lies. Aren't they redoing True Lies, but with the whole young
Oh,
cast
it's
and
a TV
everything?
show. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, no interest in that at all.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a TV series at the moment. I believe.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
nah.
To stick to the movie, Rashad.
Yeah.
Sin, are you going to be checking out Asteroid City?
No, I saw the trailer and it looked a little bit too kooky, so I was like, I don't think so. I'll pass. I'm not going to. But
Yeah.
I would like to see Extraction too. I have not seen that yet.
It's awesome.
Is it?
Like, yes.
Is it as good as
Double
the
thumbs
first
up.
one? I really love the first one.
It's even better. It's
So-
so good.
The chick you were talking about, the strong chick, the one who uses her brains and everything.
Yeah.
Was she the same one from the first movie?
I
one-
believe so. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I really liked her character. She was badass.
Yeah, and they kind of expand upon her.
Nice.
She gets into this, like, there's one scene where she and this is like isn't a spoiler or anything. She gets into a firefight on a roof and like it's kind of like outnumbered and like just uses her brain to figure it out. So I really liked how much more grounded it was because it's terrible when you see like 90-pound Scarlett Johansson throwing around like 300-pound linebackers. It's like, no, the physics don't work.
So, okay, I liked Extraction, and I'm glad that Liam Hemsworth lived in the end, but come on, he really should not have survived that neck wound. Do they explain how it happened? Because
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, look, it's a classic action movie. Like, don't question it. Just
I
open
want some
your brain
reality
and
in
just-
my action movies, though. I want things to make sense.
just jam potato chips into your brain. Like, it's mental
Kind
junkie.
of like John Wick, where you just have to just suspend all
Oh
disbelief.
my
and-
gosh, don't get me
I
started
love
on
it.
John Wick. Oh no, did he leave? What happened?
I don't know. I think he's still here.
Oh,
He's still
okay.
here.
Oh, I said, wait a minute. So don't tell me you ain't like John Wick.
Oh my gosh, I was so annoyed at John Wick. It was on this, I know, it was on this podcast, or this live stream that I made the last minute decision to go see it. And because I had sworn off watching it, and then I went to go see it, and the whole drive home, I was ranting to my son about everything that was wrong with it. And then I get home and do a ranty review. I know. And I love Keanu, so I hated to feel that way, but oh my gosh, I couldn't.
Well, I remember Jason the Old Millennial, who was like most anticipated movie was John Wick. He loves them, and even he was disappointed by it.
Oh, was he? I know a
Yeah.
lot of people were really happy. I mean, I was glad people were happy. I mean, I love Keanu. I'm glad it did pretty well, but I was just like, holy cow, I definitely should have not gone to see it.
Wow, that's crazy. Because I mean, to me, John Wick 4 was like the action was so good. It's like every other action movie that came before it is slow motion. You know what I'm saying? Like you watch John Wick and you watch every other action movie, you're like, damn, this is really slow. Some of the best action ever filmed.
Yeah,
definitely pretty
for sure.
intricate choreography and very well done and very well shot, but just there was too much wrong with it for me. Like all the times he was getting shot, and you know he had the bulletproof thing, but he never even reacted when he was shot. That was just like, okay, no. And how many times can you fall off a building and still live to tell the tale? I was just, no. And then going down the steps, and he keeps rolling down the steps, and just like, oh my gosh, I can't. And then, you know, nobody else can hit him in the head, but he has these perfect shots, and then he can perfectly shoot when he's doing donuts in the car. It's just, I can't.
Well, that's John Wick. I mean, even the dog.
The first one wasn't like that. The first one was a little bit more grounded in reality, which is why I love the first one so much. And then it just got increasingly worse and worse and worse. It was like, this is like one of the fast movies.
Well, listen, that's actually.
Whoa. Don't be dissing the Fast and the
Furious.
Oh my gosh, no. Yeah. I haven't seen them, but I know what they're all about. And I have a limit. I love action. That's the thing, but I have a limit as to how much I can suspend my disbelief. And those films are it. And the John Wick, like 2, 3, and 4 also.
Well, that's action movie franchise 101. Like you take every popular action franchise, right? The first movie is always the most grounded one. Like take Lethal Weapon. Grounded buddy cop, action, movie. Each one gets more ridiculous. All right. Die Hard. Grounded action movie that's kind of little realistic. Each movie they have to up the ante. It gets crazier and crazier.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. So every franchise does that. Just about like they have to up the stakes. They have to up the ante and up the craziness.
I was just rewatching Last Action Hero, and obviously that's a parody of action movies.
Right, exactly.
And the little kid was like, yes, like it is supposed to be harder. These are the sequels. Like, you have to up the ante. When Arnold was complaining about how hard stuff is, he's like, yeah, like that's the way sequels are.
Yeah, it's
true. It's
unfortunate that that's the case, but a lot of times I think writers make the mistake that upping the ante in really extreme, ridiculous ways is going to make it better, but to me it doesn't. To me it makes it worse.
Yeah, I think it depends on the case. Like I can think of cases where like it makes the movies better. Like I don't know if you guys have watched the Death Wish movies.
Charles Bronson,
yeah. Like I don't like the first one is like it's fine. It's but I think the groundedness of it just kind of makes it boring. Whereas like the sequels are so ridiculous. Like especially in the third one where they turn New York City into a war zone. It's so much better. I don't know.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Another good example is Rambo. Like First Blood was all about the man wanting something to eat, and he goes to war with the cops.
Right.
Yeah, the man just wanted a sandwich. So it goes from the man wanting a sandwich to the fifth movie, he's ripping out hearts like Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? But I love it.
It's okay.
Not everything can be Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Yeah. John Wick to me is just like really changed. I think John Wick 4, really just changed the whole scope of action movies where, okay, I'm sure Tom Cruise is watching that like, shit. How are we gonna top this? Yeah, exactly. How are you gonna top that, man? Like the shootouts, especially when he had that one gun where he would shoot you and you'd be on fire. You know what I'm saying? And they had the whole aerial view shot. Like that was brilliant. I've never seen that in that. It was like watching a video game.
Yeah, it was. I mentioned that specifically in my review. That was a cool shot. There are certainly things about it to appreciate. I hope Tom Cruise doesn't go the John Wick route. I really do.
Well, shit! You see that stunt he did? We jumped off the motorcycle off the damn cliff.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But at least it feels like there's a little bit. It feels like there's more of an element of danger going on with those stunts that he does.
Yeah. As
opposed to John Wick could just fall down 50-story building and okay, he's just going to get up and walk away. So I don't know. That's one of the things that I like, helps me like the Mission Impossible movies more than like something like John Wick.
Did you guys hear, by the way, very quickly on the Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, that he said like that motorcycle scene he filmed on the first day in case he died.
In case he died, yeah. It's like, okay, well then, what are you going to do if you die? The whole movie's over with. Then you may as well just film the movie, and if you die, then they can just do a digital thing.
Right.
That man is on a mission to die on camera.
I tell you, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
The crazy thing is, though, as well, is that scene with the helicopter and the cycle that everyone's probably seen by now with the trailer. He did that scene 6 times.
Oh.
Which is just nuts.
He was like, I haven't died yet. I need to do it again.
Right.
We got pretty badly hurt in that one stunt where he was jumping across buildings and he like missed it. Right. I forget what he broke, but
broke his foot or his leg or his ankle or something. And he got up and hobbled away to finish out the scene.
Yeah. He did.
This guy is like a machine.
You know, there's a man devoted to his craft.
For sure.
Right. I'm definitely intrigued to see the new Mission Impossible, though. It definitely looks awesome.
Got my ticket already.
It'll be interesting because it's a 2-part one, so it'll be interesting to see how they end part 1 with that.
We've got
right. We've got Frags Gaming in the house saying, "Eve, good evening, all." So hey, man, hope you're doing well. We were talking about Pearl before. Sorry. Josh says Mia was the best part of Pearl, but the character is kind of boring. I really couldn't connect to a single thing she was trying to achieve.
I mean, I can see that because it's a genre trope. The whole thing about like a teenage girl with like a very repressive family background, kind of preventing her from going out and achieving her dreams. I can understand that being a little boring and cliche, but I thought it was done well.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. Yeah, what we were talking about earlier. But I appreciate Josh that you thought differently, man. That's cool. I get that. And he's seen it 3 times as well now, so I think he's seen it 3 times anyway. To add to Mission Impossible, viewer Drew says, do you think Mission Impossible will be the best movie of the year and the month of July? Okay, good question. Paul?
So for me, like right now, as it stands, I think How to Blow Up a Pipeline is my favorite movie of the year. Oppenheimer's coming, and I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. Got a lot of high hopes, but I think it'll be just another fun movie where you can have some popcorn and have a few laughs and really enjoy it. No, I think it'll be a good movie.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Yeah. And as I said, I definitely still need to see How to Blow Up a Pipeline as well. So definitely intrigued to that one. Sin?
Well, by best movie of the year, is he just meaning just box office in general, or like our own, what we feel like is the best movie of the year?
I think he means like what we think is.
What we think is? Well, I don't know. Right now, my favorite movie of the year is The Covenant. So, followed by Across the Spider-Verse. So I don't know. I mean, I like the Mission Impossible movies. I really do enjoy them a lot, but they're not for me like what Top Gun Maverick was last year. They're not that type of thing for me. So I'm not sure. Hopefully it'll end up in my top 10 though. We'll see.
Right.
Does he want to join the fun?
Oh no, he just woke up from his nap. He's like kind of talking in his sleep a little bit. He's about, what time is it? I'm like, I'm on a live stream. Go back to sleep.
Not good. But no, I agree with you, Sin. No, I think like with Maverick, I think that's going to kind of take some beating, really. Yeah. So, be interesting to see. Jackson?
I'm definitely excited for it. I mean, like, I've actually only seen 2 Mission Impossible movies. I'm planning on watching the rest of them that I haven't seen before the new one comes out. But yeah, I mean, I've liked the ones I've seen. I don't know if it'll be best movie of the year for me. Actually, I'm kind of with. Sorry, remind me your name one more time. Paul. Yeah. How to Blow Up a Pipeline is my favorite as well so far. But yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, that's fair. It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on the rest of them as you've seen them as well.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen 1 and 4 so far.
Don't watch 2, just skip 2.
No,
That's like the one that almost killed the whole franchise.
But like it's John Woo. I don't believe that he could make a bad movie. I just don't believe it.
Okay, well, I'm curious to hear what you think. I hated that one so much. It was terrible.
3 is actually the one I'm not looking forward to.
Why? Why is
just
that?
because I don't really like J.J. Abrams that much. But
see, 3 was the one that kind of helped save it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that kind of brought it back on track.
Gotcha.
For me, anyway. I mean,
okay.
Your mileage may vary, obviously.
I haven't seen 2 or 3 actually. I went from 1 to 4 and I watched the rest of them, but I've not seen.
Well, 3's a bit important because it has an important character. It has Michelle Monaghan's character, who was also in the last one, the one with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
She's his wife. And that shows, like, that one is where she's first shown.
Okay, yeah. Well, Rashad, have you seen them all?
Actually, 2 was the first one that I seen, and so I saw 2 before I saw 1, and 2 was actually entertaining. I mean, I'm not really, up on the Mission Impossible lore, but I thought 2 was entertaining, and I jumped right from 2 to Fallout. So those are the only 2 I seen, and Fallout was dope.
Yeah.
So that's why I really want to see this one.
It's Fallout, the latest one that did.
They had the one with Henry Cavill.
Yeah. That was great. Really
yeah,
enjoyed
that was good. I remember when the first one came out a long time ago, and I saw it, and I remember feeling a bit let down by it. It just felt kind of meh. And then 2 came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. And then 3 came out, and it was really good. And then 4 and 5, and then I went back a few years ago and rewatched the first one, and it's actually, that was 20 plus years ago. I was 20 plus years younger, and because it came out in '96, and I think it was 96, 95. Pretty sure.
Yeah,
it was
96. Yep.
Yeah, and rewatching it, it is definitely better than I remember upon first viewing. So I have more appreciation for it. So I like that one.
I saw that twice in theaters. The first one, I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I was just watching the documentary a few nights ago, De Palma, about Brian De Palma and his career, and that was kind of an interesting one. Hearing him talk about that one because it was he was kind of in a lull a little bit, making smaller movies, and then he was just approached to make what would turn into a huge franchise. It wasn't really that then, but
Yeah, that's I didn't know about that documentary, to be honest. Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's directed by Noah Baumbach, the guy who directed like Marriage Story and Frances Ha and stuff. He's just a huge De Palma fan. Like on the Criterion Blu-ray here for Blowout, which is a Brian De Palma movie. He does Baumbach does like an hour-long interview with him. Like he's a very big fan of his stuff.
Wow, okay. So it sounds like the right person to direct the documentary then, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think what's also interesting is Sin's the only person of all of us who's seen all the movies by the sounds of it as well.
Which you mean the Mission Impossible movies?
Ones?
Yes, I've seen all of them. Yeah. But the first one I watched on the big screen was the one where he's I think the one where he was flying off the plane, off the side of the plane, holding onto the side of the plane.
That's
that was number 5.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw that one in theaters. I honestly don't remember, but definitely went to go see number 6 in theaters.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I have to really head out right now. I apologize so much.
No worries.
Yeah, something just came up. Yeah, I gotta get up out of here. But I'll check y'all later though.
Yeah, good to meet you, Rashad.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool guy. I'm glad I finally got to meet him. I think that's my first time on the stream with him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I think it's so nice you guys are crossed over by the time you're leaving, and then he jumps on and stuff. So you get that. But yeah, so Rashad's link's down below in the description. I've got an interesting question from Matt. Matt says, who would you say is your favorite actress turned director? I think Ben Affleck has directed some great films, and I'd like to see more from Bryce Dallas Howard. All right, awesome, great question. 2 good picks there as well. I would say.
Good question.
I'm not sure if any of you have got a suggestion, feel free to shout it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google this one.
The one that comes to mind right away, even though I don't necessarily watch all of the movies he's directed or even
I've got one.
like them all, is just Clint Eastwood. He's the one that comes to
Yeah,
mind.
I was just thinking that.
I didn't realize he had his first, the movie that he directed first was Play Misty for Me, which I watched earlier this year. I didn't know at the time that he had directed that. So
Didn't he also do Gran Torino and $1 Million Baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of westerns.
He also did the one. Yeah, that's true. And Richard Jewell as well. He did that movie.
Yeah, I like Richard Jewell.
Yeah, it was good. It was infuriating, but it was good.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that Play Misty I've heard a lot about. Have
you seen it? You haven't seen it?
No, I've heard Playtendo talk about it.
It's like the precursor to Fatal Attraction.
That sounds
seen,
really good.
I haven't seen that one either.
You haven't seen Fatal Attraction? Oh my gosh! Of course you haven't, Mike.
Well, to be honest, it is on the list. And last night I ticked the movie off the list. I watched Drive for the first ever time.
Oh, nice. What do you think?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was a really good movie. I was not sold on the ending, if I'm going to be honest. I understand why they did the ending.
Yeah.
But I kind of was hoping for something else to happen at the ending. I'll not say for anyone who's not seen it.
I understand that. Yep.
But I did enjoy it though. I thought the soundtrack was awesome. Ryan Gosling was awesome in the movie as well, and the practical effects used was really good as well. Really like that. But anyway, great answer though, saying about Clint Eastwood. Loved Gran Torino, so great movie. For me, I'm gonna quickly thought of one. I don't know why Clint Eastwood reminded me of this guy. Can't say a favorite actor, but an actor I do like who turned director was Mel Gibson.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's done some good movies like Apocalypto, Hacksaw Ridge,
Mm-hmm.
Passion of the Christ. And I think he's doing a new movie as well coming out, if I'm not mistaken.
He just did Father Stew, which I want to say came out a year or two ago.
He directed Father Stew?
I didn't know
that.
he directed that.
I think. Don't hold me to that.
I know he was in it, and I didn't mind the movie. I thought the movie was all right.
Yeah.
But don't know if he directed it, though.
No, he didn't direct it, but he was in it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get you. So that's my pick. Jackson, what about you?
So the first one Clint Eastwood's a great answer too. But the first one that came to mind, and this guy has only directed one movie, but it's one of my favorite classic movies of all time. Charles Laughton directed Night of the Hunter, which is a kind of 50s noir kind of horror fable about about this guy who, through this scheme, ends up did you guys ever do you remember that miniseries, A Series of Unfortunate Events with Neil Patrick Harris? This guy adopts some kids. He's just basically trying to exploit them, kind of thing. It's very similar to that. So a very dark story, but it's so well shot. It's what's the actor who plays the main?
It's Robert Mitchum.
Robert Mitchum. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He does an amazing job in it. If you've ever seen Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, where the guy has the love and hate brass knuckles, that comes from Night of the Hunter, because the character has love and hate tattooed on his fingers and stuff. Really cool classic movie. Check out. Yeah, but it did so badly when it came out that Charles Laughton didn't ever direct anything ever again.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But has the movie since kind of gained a cult kind of?
Oh yeah.
It comes up often.
It's recognized in many circles as a classic. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy how it tanked and then it just gets that reputation. I always find that interesting.
I think it's just because it was so dark, and it has and it's kind of exposing dark themes about the time period, things that the time period was kind of covering up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's interesting, man. I'll have to check that one out. Yeah. Crazy. He only did one movie as well. That's nuts.
Yeah, definitely. I actually haven't even seen many of his actor movies. He was just some comedic character actor from the 30s. So I'll have to go and check out some of his work.
Yeah, as we said, I've never really heard of him, so I haven't checked out his work either. So in that boat. Paul, what about you?
I'm gonna have to go with Sin and say Clint Eastwood. Actually, Gran Torino. I love that movie. That movie was so good. Great ending. Just throughout, like very well shot, very tight storyline. So yeah, I have to definitely go with Sin on this one.
Yeah, man. Well, great pick. That's a good choice as well. So yeah, I get it. We've also got a guest in the wings as well. We've got Jason joining. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Yo,
Hey,
what's
Jason.
going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Just got home from a meeting, so
Nice.
Well, Sin just came in from a business meeting, so it's all good. Well, firstly, link to Jason's channel is down below in the description box, so please go subscribe over to Jason, Jason the Old Millennial. Thanks for joining, Jason. Really appreciate it. And believe it or not, we've actually got to your comment from earlier.
Oh, really?
Where you said, yeah. Where you said, do you think these Oscar-winning individuals are better directors or actors? Clint Eastwood, Ron Howard, Kevin Costner, Robert Redford, and Taika Waititi.
Yeah, Mel Gibson's another one I didn't think about. That's a good one too.
Yeah, it's fair. That's a good question. Good question. Yeah. So, do you think these are better as actors or directors? Well, Jason, when you asked the question, what do you think on this one?
Yeah, I was thinking about Clint Eastwood. I mean, he's obviously a huge actor back in the, I want to say like 70s period maybe, or 60s, 70s, and then onward. I mean, he's an excellent actor. I mean, he's been nominated a couple times, I think, for Unforgiven maybe, and for $1 Million Baby. So I mean, he's an Oscar actor, but I think he might even be a better director because I mean, he's won 2 Oscars as a director, Mystic River, I think, and or not Mystic, or Unforgiven, I mean, and $1 Million Baby, plus Mystic River, American Sniper. I mean, and the guy's still doing great work up until like his 90s or whatever he is right now.
Yeah.
So I came with that question just because I just thought it's kind of funny how I think Clint Eastwood might be a better director, even though he's also a famous actor. Ron Howard obviously is a better director. He's definitely a better director. And then Kevin Costner, I don't know if he's done as much directing. I don't know if I'm not like a big Kevin Costner fan as far as acting goes. So he won an Oscar for Dances with Wolves, though. So he's an Oscar winner as far as director goes. Robert Redford's another one. I don't know if he's directed a lot, but he did win an Oscar for Ordinary People back in 1980. So, but he's probably, I don't know if he's done Oscar-worthy work as an actor. He's obviously was good because he was like really good looking. I know my mom's generation just loved him because he was like the best looking guy.
That's fair.
And then Taika Waititi is another one where he's known for a director, but he's a really good comedic actor, I think, as well. Maybe just as good as he is a director, but ain't a writer. He might be writing might be his strongest point, maybe. But anyways, I just thought that was an interesting kind of thing to go through.
Yeah,
definitely. Sorry, go on.
Taika is a much better actor because, like, as a director, I mean, he's like 40 plus years old, but he's got the mind of a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
In which that doesn't really translate well to directing. Ragnarok was all right, but Love and Thunder was, I mean, god awful.
Well, his independent movies are better directed, like Hunt for the Wilder People, Jojo Rabbit, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit is very much different than the tone you're used to in his work on the Thor movies.
Right.
Sure.
Although it is still kind of does have his weird off-kilter thing to it.
It's true. Yeah. It does, and then it comes in, stabs you in the heart.
Yeah,
that
it does.
One scene, it's like, holy cow! I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I agree, Sin. I agree. I like Jojo Rabbit, and I definitely recommend that one, Paul, like Sin and Jackson was saying, if you haven't seen it. Definitely. Sin, what about you on this question?
I feel a little mixed, like, I don't know, I feel kind of the same about Clint Eastwood as an actor versus director. Ron Howard, definitely, I think, a better director than an actor. Same with Kevin Costner. Robert Redford, I don't even know what all he's directed. You mentioned, what all has he even directed? I don't even know.
Ordinary People.
Ordinary People, that's the one? Did he direct? Okay.
Oscar for that. I'm sure he directed some other stuff I'm not thinking of.
I mean, Robert Redford, I'm just kind of meh on in general. I've never
Yeah.
been super into Robert Redford at all. I mean, acting wise, or I know he was a big heartthrob back in the day, and I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
And Taika Waititi, I liked him in Free Guy a lot. It was really good in there. So I don't know, kind of maybe the same between acting and directing for him.
Yeah. That's a fair choice. And I think it also depends on this question for each our own experiences, if we've seen them more in acting and directing roles as well. Yeah, that's fair. Jackson?
Yeah, so I'll go. I guess I'll go through them. So Clint Eastwood, I have seen I think a couple of movies he's directed, but I've seen a lot more that he's just acted in. So I'm just gonna default say I do just love his screen presence, especially in westerns. Like I recently, I went to a theater and watched Fistful of Dollars, and just he has just an amazing presence as the man with no name. Ron Howard, I don't like his directed movies very much. Most of them, I think there's like 3 of them I like, and then the rest of them I've mostly hated.
Hope is one of them.
Sorry.
Hope Paul 13's one of them.
Yeah, I like Apollo 13. I like Apollo 13, Splash, and Night Shift, one of his early ones.
Yeah.
But then Kevin Costner, I don't know if I've seen anything that he's directed, so I'm just going to say he's acted. Robert Redford, I can't really comment too much either way. And Taika Waititi, I'll go. He's a better director. I don't know. I think he is one of the better comedic directors we have right now, it's definitely needed.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man. And just when you're talking about Ron Howard, I was just looking up on Wikipedia to see what he's acted in and compared to directing.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I did want to mention about Clint Eastwood, just a little trivia question. Does anybody know what Clint Eastwood's highest grossing movie is? It might surprise you.
Probably Unforgiven.
No.
Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
No.
Oh.
And technically this movie he didn't direct, but he movie that he was in.
I have a feeling it's going to be a lesser known movie.
It's a much lesser known movie.
Is it The Bridges of Madison County?
Nope. It's Every Which Way But Loose.
Oh man.
Oh, that
The monkey.
Orangutan. It was the Orangutan.
Which is actually, I really like the movie. I think it's a really fun hangout movie, but it's so weird that movie has made more money than any other Clint Eastwood movie.
That is weird.
Adjust for
I would have
inflation.
never picked that one.
It was like the 4th highest grossing movie in 1978, I want to say.
Doggone.
Wow.
Okay.
I've heard about it.
Do you know what the first movie Clint Eastwood was in?
The very first movie he was in?
Yeah.
No.
I might be wrong on this, so you might have to check me on it, but
way back.
I think he was in The Creature of the Black Lagoon, maybe.
I think I've heard this before.
I think I might have been
right about that.
then.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, was he a child or something in there, or a teenager?
Pretty young, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Gee. Coming out with all the trivia facts tonight. Paul, you got anything to add to this?
No, that's a very obscure one.
Well, Paul, what's your thoughts on the question?
I think Clint Eastwood, he's great both in acting and directing. Ron Howard, obviously directing. Kevin Costner. One show that you guys should check out is Yellowstone. This is actually very, very good. He acts it in a way that I hadn't seen him act before, so it was really good. Robert Redford, I'm not too familiar with. I know my mom has the hots for him, so
yeah.
And then Taika, I think he's just like a glorified man-child. I don't like him at all. I don't.
He's very immature. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like any of his comedy. Like, for me, a good comedy is Tropic Thunder or Superbad. The Hangover. His particular brand of humor, I don't find very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. He's not for everyone. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, great question, Jason. I think for me, I'd probably have to go. I think for me, I'd probably have to go Clint Eastwood as directing. I think I've seen more directing stuff than acting, so that's why. Ron Howard directing, Kevin Costner acting, although like you, Jason, I'm not a fan of him. Robert Redford acting and Taika probably directing for me. Yeah, because I get the humor. I'm not huge on some of his humor as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I know you're not a fan of What We Do in the Shadows.
No, my partner loves that, but
Emma likes it.
yeah. Also in the wings, we've got our final guest of the night, and that is Pete from Playtendo. Hey, Pete.
Hey.
Hey everyone. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Looking forward to coming on tonight. Sorry I was a bit late. I was having my tea super late tonight.
Oh, good. Well, thank you for joining, Pete. Really appreciate it. And
Thanks for asking me. It's always a pleasure to join your stream, Mike.
great to have you on, man. And for anyone who is unfamiliar, Pete does have a YouTube channel, PlayTendoGuy. Links down below in the description box. And Pete, believe it or not, the next question in line is actually related to you. I believe it or not.
Really?
It's from Marvel
wow.
fan from back when. He said, I did well for my first sub mail on Nigel's video. I want to say not a problem for the shout out, Mike. I don't know if Pete knows about the shout out, but you may have to let him know. Well, you just told him
right.
yourself.
Oh. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. So thank you for the comment, though, Marvel fan. And yeah, Pete's here. So thanks for joining, Pete. Viewer Drew adds, the only movie in July that could give Mission Impossible 7 a run for its movie is Oppenheimer, which looks really good.
Each trailer keeps looking better, to be honest. Like I'm really excited.
Yeah, they've definitely done like a trailer recently I've seen that revealed quite a lot about the movie instead of the like kind of 30-second teaser we usually got before. Looks interesting. Yeah, definitely. Pete, what do you think about Oppenheimer?
It looks pretty good. I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan fan, so I'm going in with a bit of trepidation, but I'll give it a go. I quite like Tenet, so I might like this one, and it's got a really good cast in it.
Yeah, the cast's pretty solid for this one as well. Yeah, I think it'd be an interesting movie, I think, to say the least. Jason, are you going to check out Oppenheimer?
Yeah, Christopher Nolan's kind of on my list of directors that I'm afraid to watch anything from them because they've made so many bad movies in the past that I don't have any faith in them right now. So my faith on Nolan's pretty low after Tenet.
What? I love Tenet.
It's an absolute masterpiece.
Oh, I tell you, I hated what was it called? Interstellar. I hated Dunkirk, and I hated that movie. I say Tenet. Yeah, just bored to tears. I mean, he's such a boring director at times. Inception, I love. Batman Begins, I love. Everything else is terrible. So, just about. Oh, Insomnia, I like as well. You know,
Insomnia
but
is good. Insomnia is an underrated one. I think more people need to check that out. Yeah.
But he's been missing quite a bit lately for me. But I like the subject matter. It's an interesting subject matter we haven't really gone through, I think, in movies. Oppenheimer is such a huge, figure in, developing the atom bomb, which is one of the biggest, events in our history, American history. Yeah, so I don't know. Could be good. I'm kind of, I'm scared to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. And that's fair as well, especially when you've explored quite a bit of his filmography, and some's good, some's not. So, yeah, I get that. Sin, what about you?
I currently don't have any plans to watch it. I'm not really interested. Just the subject matter doesn't appeal to me at all. And like Jason was saying, the past couple movies of his, I haven't been I was disappointed in Dunkirk. And I expected that I would really love it, but I did not like the fragmented way he told that story. And Tenet, I tried so hard, I couldn't make it past 30 minutes. I just had to give up. I was like, my brain is too, my brain cannot handle this, and I just haven't gone back to it since. But I mean, Oppenheimer maybe just fine. It's like looks like a character drama. the subject matter doesn't appeal to me. Now, maybe if it was another Batman movie he's doing, I would be right there first in line. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind.
Well, I'm with you, Sin, on the Batman comment. If it was there tomorrow, I'd be straight there at the cinema.
Exactly.
Yeah. A bit like you guys, with Jason Sin on Tenet, I wasn't huge on, but I did buy it on 4K, so I do want to rewatch it and see my opinions change.
You just look at it. You don't watch it though, do you?
I haven't got to it yet.
You just look at the cover and go.
No, I don't know what it is. I just got some other movies. I'm like, I'll just check out that one instead. You know.
I love the line in Tenet where I think I forget who says it. It might be Pattinson, but somebody just says, "Don't try to understand it, just feel it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, go with that for the movie.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Paul, what about you?
Oppenheimer is a day one watch for me. Hopefully, I might get to see it in IMAX. Christopher Nolan. I have to like wholeheartedly disagree with Jason here. All right, I wasn't a fan of Interstellar, but the rest of the Christopher Nolan library is absolutely phenomenal. I think he's probably amongst the best directors of all time. Tenet is an absolute masterpiece. I remember when I was watching The Matrix for the first time in the theater, I'm like, I'm watching something special. And when I was in the theater by myself during the pandemic watching Tenet, I was like, whoa. This was like, I had that same feeling as I had with The Matrix. I was watching something special. I ended up seeing it twice in theaters and 2 more times after that. I mean, the movie's an absolute masterpiece. And, the cast of Oppenheimer, Cillian Murphy finally gets his due as a title character. I think Matt Damon is in the movie. The subject matter is absolutely fascinating. I went to when I went to Japan, I did a couple days in Hiroshima, and I went to the museum. One of the coolest things I've ever seen. I mean, it was something out of literally Star Wars. In the museum, they have this giant table, maybe like 12 feet in diameter, and they project basically a scene where you can see like cars and people milling about in the city. And then you see the bomb in 3D come in and drop and level everything. Like it was seeing it like that way really changed my whole outlook. Like before I was like, oh, 6 kilotons, no big deal. No. It's like people that are randomly saying, oh, like tactical nuke this and that. I'm like, you guys seriously don't understand what you're talking about. It's the subject matter is absolutely fascinating, and and Oppenheimer is a very intriguing historical figure, because he I guess felt pretty guilty about giving humanity this really powerful technology. So I can't wait for Oppenheimer. That's a day one.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man. That experience in Japan sounds very eye-opening as well, though. That sounds really interesting.
Sorry, 1 second. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, no worries. I think for me, I'm intrigued for Oppenheimer. Great cast, as you guys said. Cillian Murphy as well, the lead character. That's really cool. I'll definitely go check it out. Hopefully it's good. That's what I'm hoping for. And Paul, when I rewatch Tenet, I'll let you know.
I'm telling you, man, it is an absolute masterpiece. Best movie of the last 25 years.
I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's just like a sci-fi version of James Bond. It's very out there, but I had a lot of fun with it.
It was a cool concept when I saw it. Yeah, I think I just need to rewatch it, to be honest. Give it an opinion.
Yeah, I was confused about 5 minutes in, and it never cleared up for me. I was confused for the whole movie.
Yeah, you got to watch it more than once.
It's not fun to watch a movie just being confused and going, I don't know what's going on.
For me, I just couldn't get into Dunkirk. I did not like that film one little bit, and I'm not the biggest fan of Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises. A lot of his stuff just doesn't click with me. No. I love Batman Begins.
Memento.
I haven't seen that one.
Memento is pretty good.
That one's very unique and interesting.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't seen his earlier ones, so I need to watch them. But his later stuff from Batman just hit and miss for me a lot.
A lot of to understand Nolan, you have to understand his obsession, and he tries to study like time itself, like the physics of time. So a lot of his movies have that element in them. Inception, Interstellar.
I liked Inception. That was really good.
Yeah.
He's a great director.
Yeah, I really like Inception. Bit like you, Pete. I haven't seen a lot of his earlier stuff, so I need to go back and watch it.
I wonder if the movie will make a lot of money or not. I don't know. I mean, Christopher Nolan's a big enough name. I don't know if he's a big enough name that people will come see his movie, even though it's about subject matter. I don't know if everybody, I don't know if this is a one that tons of crowds are going to want to.
Like that has blockbuster appeal.
Yeah, it has appeal.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see this movie about a guy that I never heard of. I mean, most people are probably like, I never heard of Oppenheimer, and he developed the bomb. Like, I don't know how many people care about that. I'll be curious to see. And you don't have Tom Cruise, in the lead, so I don't know what's going to draw people.
I think the issue is with Oppenheimer is it's coming out, I think, like a week after Barbie.
I thought they were coming out the same.
Same
They're
day.
not coming out the same day.
Oh, sorry.
In the U.S. In the U.S.
Oh, in the U.S. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's two totally separate. I mean, whoever decides to go see Barbie was probably not going to go see Oppenheimer.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
I might actually do a double feature. I'll see Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Well, I think this is the thing, though, right? Is like with those two movies coming out the same day in America, Barbie's got more appeal, but more people to go see,
Probably
like general audience appeal.
Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling will bring people in.
I mean, he's got huge. I mean, the next comment is literally about Barbie with Drew. He's saying, "I'm not looking forward to Barbie, although it's got a great cast." But Mission Impossible and Oppenheimer is coming out the same month. People might watch those over Barbie, but I mean, Barbie's got like everyone in the movie as far as I'm aware. So I don't know. And Barbie's obviously a huge, massive toy line, come years. So I don't know. I think that one would be more popular out the two, to be honest. But I think with Oppenheimer, it depends on the reviews. If it gets great reviews, I think people will go out to see it,
Yeah.
I think it might be an early Oscar contender, I would say. Maybe the first big contender here, it will be Oppenheimer.
I think Oppenheimer will go better with word of mouth. I think the first week it'll do quite well. And once people have seen it and word spreads about, I think it'll do really well. It'll have legs in the cinema.
Yeah, well, Tom Cruise is actually pissed off that his movie was slated 10 days later. It's like, well, are you worried that Mission Impossible is not going to do well because of that? Like,
because like you have that massive IP that those other. I mean, Barbie has it, but Oppenheimer certainly doesn't. Like,
yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that, to be honest, though.
I mean, should we be worried about Mission Impossible, given his reaction?
Nah, it's going to do well regardless, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I think.
Be shocked if it didn't. We've got Cy Robson here, so hey, Cy. He says, "What's your thoughts on the movie Warrior?" I think it's pretty much a question for Sin. Yeah, I know Sin with it.
I mean, who all has not seen it here?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Guys,
I've seen it.
I think I brought it up during a discussion on this live stream.
Yeah, you have. Yeah,
and Lisa Love saw it not long afterwards. I don't think Jamie saw it from. Oh gosh, what's her name? Oh gosh, in the front row. Yeah, she was supposed to. Okay, I love this movie. It's so good. It's in my top 10. So.
Wow.
It's got Frank Grillo in it. All right.
Yes, Frank Grillo.
Oh, who's he?
He's an awesome actor. You don't want to get on his bad side. That's what Frank Grillo is.
What was that Frank Grillo movie where
he played in The Winter Soldier. He's the dude.
Yeah, I know the actor. I don't remember him in the movie, I guess.
He also had that weird Groundhog Day action movie.
Oh, yes, Boss Level.
Boss Level. That was awesome.
A fun movie. That's a really good movie. So, okay, well, you guys should watch. Okay, so Warrior it's like it appeals to, I think it has this cross appeal, like it's a character drama, but it's also about this really macho stuff like MMA fighting. But yet it has this really, oh my gosh, this emotional weight to it, because it's the story of these two brothers, and they both have a history in MMA fighting. And they are estranged from each other, and because their family was torn apart by alcoholism. Their father is played by Nick Nolte. He was nominated for an Oscar for his part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wish he
He's very convincing of an alcoholic.
Well, I mean, he used to be one.
Because
So.
of real life.
Yeah.
Wow.
And and basically they come to meet each other in the cage in this final match of this big, huge tournament. They both have their very personal reasons for participating in the tournament, and then they come face to face, and they basically have to hash out all these years of issues that have grown between them in the cage. And it's so good. So
Well, that sounds
good. And
great.
that song
Yeah.
that they play at the end called something about, oh shoot, I can't remember. It was a song by The National, and they played this song during the fight. And oh my goodness.
Is it Boxer by The National? Because that would be a little on the nose.
No, it's called something like Today. I think it's called Today.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm actually a big fan of The National. So yeah.
I'd never heard of them until this movie, but that song, I never forgot it. Love it. Just such a good film. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about it from yourself in that last stream, and Jason said he's seen it as well. So
yeah, what's interesting is you got Tom Hardy, who's like really, this is a period. Of course, he's just really buff. Of course, he played Bane in Batman, and man, he's in like incredible shape. And he's much more of a striker type MMA guy. Edgerton's not as big and buff. He's in good shape, but he's more of a grappler. So it's kind of interesting.
More tactical too.
Yeah, so it's interesting, the two different kind of styles going against each other.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out because I know Lisa Loves checked it out shortly after that stream and loved it as well. So
yeah, curious to hear your thoughts when you get around to it.
When I do, it'll probably be on my letterbox when I do. So I look forward to it though because I've heard nothing but great things about this movie.
It does sound good. It does sound good. I didn't really know much about it until you talked about it, Sim, but you've sold me on it. So may see it in a future Blu-ray haul, and it'll be watched in the next 20 years.
I was going to say be in Pete's Blu-ray haul next week, probably.
Yeah.
We've got Noran right in the house, so hey Noran. He says, hey peeps, hope you're well. Swing by, drop a comment. Kids and I just finished planting some new shrubs in the yard.
Nice.
A shrubbery?
Oh man. Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
Enjoy your shrubbery, Noran.
Yeah. Hey man. That cracked us up. Chris in Jersey saying hello humanity. So hey Chris,
hello.
Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well in your humanity, my friend. Cinematic Tendency is in the house. So hey Garrett, he says I'm sure he says I have the confidence to say that this year no movie will top the action of John Wick 4. He says I get some of the criticisms of John Wick 4. However, those few instances don't spoil the entire movie for me. Awesome, man.
Same.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Pete, you've recently just watched John Wick 4, and I saw your review, but for people who haven't, what did you think of the movie?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, the 3 hours for me just flew by. I mean, there's some things about the end that you could take either way, but I'm going to talk about that. But the action is just incredible. It's non-stop. You do feel sorry for him at the end of the day. Mind you, how the heck can he stand up, falling downstairs, jumping out windows?
Falling off buildings?
Falls off buildings.
I know. It's getting more ridiculous, like Fast and
Yeah.
Furious. Next minute, John Wick's going to be in space.
Probably will, yeah.
I think the only competition John Wick will have in the terms of action is Mission Impossible. I think that's going to be the big one for like action films this year.
It's so different though, because like Mission Impossible really kind of defines itself by like stunt set pieces, whereas John Wick is more like fight choreography. It's hard to compare, but I don't know. I kind of agree with Cinematic Tendency. It's going to be hard to top, I think.
Yeah, for like action alone, I think, I mean, Tom Cruise, you're right, though. It's about those kind of stunts. And apart from the motorcycle scene, the scenes in the car, the small car and alleys and stuff, like it looks fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I remember Mike, I think, made a joke that if they shot a rocket at John Wick, he'd figure a way to put it in a chokehold. That's just I mean, it feels like you can't do anything. John Wick survives everything. Even a rocket launch, I think he could survive.
At this point, Jason, it'll be like a little scrape on his arm, I think.
Just scrape on his arm.
It'd bounce off his bulletproof suit, and he
that's
won't even
great.
react to being hit.
That's the one thing that gets me is the bulletproof suits. They're shooting
suit,
each other and they're going like this all the time.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just,
like pulling his suit
come
up.
on.
I know. And he's not even reacting to the impact of the bullets. Come on.
Can I say like one thing? Can I say one thing in defense of the like ridiculous John Wick stuff? It's just like I think that a lot of it, and I mentioned this in my review. I think a lot of it has to do more with like artistic expression by these craftsmen. Like they for one, they put themselves through so much, but also the character of John Wick, like he's been through so much emotionally since the first one that it can like watching him just get brutalized throughout this fourth movie. Like it's very satisfying in like where it leads. Like you have to suspend some disbelief to get there, but like what it's doing for the character, I actually really like.
Oh, absolutely, I do agree, because you were there with him straight from the get-go with that first film, with what happened with him, and you followed him through all the films. And like, as you get to the fourth one, you don't care about the disbelief, you're just having a lot of fun, and you're rooting for him.
Yeah, I can get that. I can get the flip side as well, where it's like the disbelief part is kind of like, it's crazy in that movie, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
unfortunately... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
I was just going to say that the thing that makes this franchise so famous and popular with a lot of people is the thing that, to me, made it very problematic. And when it would get to the action scenes, I was like, oh, here we go again. Ho-hum, let me know when this is over. Because it loses its effectiveness when it happens too much. And it just kind of... I'm waiting for these moments of dialogue. Like where he's sitting at the table talking to the bad guy. To me, that's the most effective type of scene, because the tension and just, the danger. And then once the bullets start flying and the fighting happens, I'm just like, okay, well, he's just going to walk this off. So I'll look back up from taking notes when this is done. I mean, really, that's the point I had reached mentally. And it was really frustrating. I didn't want to feel that way about it.
I get that, especially in 4. Like, it felt a little bit less like... it was telling the story through the action compared to the other ones, and more just like it was jumping from set piece to set piece. Like at the end of 2, where you go through that massive like mirror set piece, and then you get the confrontation between John and the villain. Like it is so satisfying, at least for me. Yeah, so that wasn't as good by comparison.
Yeah, I think the villain was a bit weak in this newest one, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Jason said, or somebody said, that it was kind of it felt like kind of like it was trying to copy off what they were doing in 2. A little bit. Yeah, I could see that.
We've got Lewis in the comments as well saying, evening Z, sorry I'm late. I just got back from a lovely Greek restaurant. It was delicious food.
Sounds tasty.
Greek food's great.
Sounds awesome. I had a Greek halloumi wrap the other day actually, so
nice.
I can relate, man. So anyway, I hope you had a great time, man. We've got Rodney as well in the house. Hey, Rodney says, which one do you want to see, Oppenheimer or Barbie? I think we kind of answered this a little bit before, I think. So we'll move on. But Sai says, apparently the Titanic sub has imploded.
Yeah, breaking news. Yeah,
what?
A few
Did they? Okay. I'd heard that they found some debris, and that the speculation was maybe they just went ahead and let it do something so that it could just be over with quickly, as opposed to them slowly suffocating.
Well, the thing is, like, even if they hadn't determined that, even if they had found the sub in better condition, a rescue would have just been like nearly impossible anyway.
So they doomed, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, sorry to hear the great news. But thoughts are definitely with the people involved and their families.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy. I was hoping when I heard about the debris, what you said, Sin, I was hoping that it was maybe some kind of hope for them, but man. Yeah, well, definitely sad news for sure. I'll read about it after I've been on this as well. Menagel adds in, though, he says, what are we looking forward to picking up on Monday from HMV? Can you guess what mine is? I'm not picking anything up. Pete, are you picking up anything on Monday?
For once, no.
Spider-Man coming out? Isn't he the big Spider-Man fan?
I don't know. I don't know what's out. There's quite a few different releases, but no. Avatar. Yeah, that's what he's picking up.
Get you.
Yeah, that can stay on the shelf for me.
Yeah.
Well, I know, Jason, you just recently saw it as well, right?
Yeah, Avatar 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took me about 3 viewings and I got through it, yeah. About 1 hour per viewing is about what I took, and then
I watched it at 1 o'clock in the morning and it didn't finish till nearly 3:30 in the morning.
Oh man.
I don't know why I did it to myself.
Why? Yeah.
Why did you?
What did you think of the movie, Pete?
I thought, let's have a look, see what it looks like. Oh, this looks nice on 4K. Don't care about the characters. Oh, the action's quite nice. It looks pretty good. Story's rubbish. Characters are boring. But it's just like, I was watching it pretty much on autopilot. It looked nice. Action was good, but everything else I couldn't care less. It should have been a 2-hour movie and been done with it. And the thought of the third one being 9 hours long, yeah, I'm not even going to watch the trailer.
I don't think they're actually going to do that. Like, there's no way they could release that in theaters.
Surely.
It'd be like one show in a day in cinemas.
Yeah.
Well, haven't
they charge you
delayed
like 3
all of
times
them
what
now?
it would be for a normal ticket.
Oh, no.
Right.
Haven't
You
they
need those
delayed them
bets.
all now, and they finally finish at 2031? I've heard.
Oh my gosh.
The-
I wish
the
he would
final
just get
one
back to
comes
other
out.
stuff like True Lies 2 or something.
Yeah, everything's
know.
Yes, exactly.
I
We all
just-
need True Lies too.
Definitely more than any more Avatar nonsense.
Yeah.
It just feels like this franchise has kind of been pushed onto us. Like, I don't think people are huge over it, and it's just been like, you've got to like it because it's James Cameron, and we've put loads of money behind it.
And look at all this
Yeah.
pretty 3D nonsense stuff. It's like he's focusing more on the visual parts of it as opposed to making it an actual interesting story.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm just very, very salty about the whole thing.
I personally think James Cameron's a big fan of Kevin Costner, because the first one was Dances with Wolves. This
Dances
one
with
was
Smurfs.
Waterworld.
This is water.
Dances with Smurfs.
That's our color dance.
Exactly.
This one was
Waterworld.
Waterworld. The next one will be The Postman or
Oh,
White.
I was going to
Purple.
say it's going to be Tin Cup. It's going to be Avatar golfing.
Well, Pete, more than likely, Kevin Costner will appear in the next Avatar movie.
He
Probably.
probably might do. He might even direct one for him.
He might do. Wow. Oh man. Well, an interesting comment. Speaking of James Avatar. James Avatar.
James Avatar. That should be the
That should be his last name,
That should be
James
his name.
Avatar.
James
Right,
Avatar.
so be. Rodney says there are whispers Arnold will be returning a new Terminator movie in the works that would rumoredly star Cavill or Cena as the new villain Terminator.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. I've heard there's a new Terminator thing in the works, that Cameron was working on something new Terminator-wise, but I hadn't heard. I don't know.
Right.
I'm mad at him for lying to us about Edward Furlong being in Dark Fate. I don't count the digital representation of Edward Furlong as being in Dark Fate.
Yeah.
At the very
So,
beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. I don't
They've just
understand
gone
and trust him.
downhill. Like after the Genesis was terrible, Dark Fate was god awful. I just stop.
Arnold
Maybe-
just
Should have finished it too.
Maybe reboot it with his son.
yeah.
Because I mean that his last son looks exactly like him.
The Love Child.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I don't think anybody can take Arnold's place. So I
No.
think they should
Yeah,
just.
so Sin, I got something for you. When I was watching Extraction 2, I was like, wait a minute. Could this really be? Is Chris Hemsworth the new Arnold? That's the feeling I got from Extraction 2.
He's definitely on up there as far as the action star power goes. But
Yeah.
what I mean, like, I don't think anybody can really be the Terminator like Arnold was. Now, the Sarah Connor Chronicles was a really good show. I loved that.
Yep.
I didn't think I would. But as far as the movies, I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless you go do, like, make him a complete digital representation. But even then,
Right.
that's going to suck.
Gauge him.
Yeah, but Oh well, I think that those days of the excellence of him as the Terminator are long gone.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
just
the action
hate the
star is
Terminator.
over.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future we can build an actual Terminator and just have him do the part in the movie.
Well,
Like
to be
they're heading
honest,
that way.
with AI, it seems like
Yeah.
we're living it
A
soon.
little scary.
Right.
Let's build a Terminator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I agree with you guys. I think it's kind of past the time really to do more, but they're going to keep making more as long as it's got the IP. They'll keep doing it. So, I think Henry Cavill as Cena as a villain could work though. That could be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Especially Cavill, he needs some more acting work with what's happened with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, with like The Witcher and Superman, you know, like he deserves some acting work. It was really good in Mission Impossible, so
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
And he was good in Get Smart too. That's a fun movie.
Oh yeah, and the Man from Uncle.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
great in
What
Man
the
from
heck?
Uncle.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
Man from
goodness. You're
Uncle.
right. Man from Uncle.
Yeah, he was good in that.
That's a
He was
great
really good
one,
in
that
that.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Mike? You're not a Guy Ritchie fan.
Yeah,
I do not like Guy Ritchie.
I'm not a Guy Ritchie fan, but I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
it's a fun movie, Mike. Definitely give it a
is.
watch.
Yeah.
And The Covenant too, also.
Yeah,
The
I want to check that out.
The Covenant one, listen, I'm not going to lie, watching your review and it sold me on that movie. Well, I like Jake Gyllenhaal as well, but like that one sold me because you said it wasn't really like his style, so I was like, okay, sounds like not a Guy Ritchie movie, I'll watch it.
Well, check out Man from Uncle too. You might be pleasantly
Yeah.
surprised. I had
That's
forgotten
a
that
fun
Guy
movie.
Ritchie was the director of that. It is definitely fun.
Yeah.
I've heard that one's good as well. That's the one that's on my list I want to check out. Very few projects of his, but yeah, I definitely want to watch that one. Yeah. We've got Joe's in one in the house saying, evening guys. So, hey, Joe. Probably so many to choose from, but what is the worst movie you've ever watched?
Yeah, there's definitely
Wow.
too much to choose
Okay. That's a tough one. I've watched a lot of bad movies.
Boy, yeah.
I think one of the worst ones I've seen was and I'm sorry Rashad's not here, but the Little Mermaid live action was so bad. I mean, the original. Listen, I mean, the original one was 83 minutes. You know, like the story was tight, everything was like really well done, and it was done and over with. This one's over 2 hours, and they basically added filler. Like the colors were all drab and just like not very colorful. It was just so boring. And, you know, like I mentioned before, when I looked around the theater, people were just on their cell phones, not even paying attention to the movie. It was, yeah, no, that's got to take the cake.
Wow. And that's the worst movie you've ever seen?
Yeah. Well, it's gotta
You've
be.
been blessed with a lot of good movies, if that's the case. But no, that's fair enough, man. I like the movie, but I wasn't huge on it, so as I can get that. Sin?
There's so many bad movies I've seen. The one that I finally ended up walking out on, I think I've mentioned it before, was Agent. It was an Indian language movie, and it was like an Indian language version of John Wick on the most steroids ever. And it was so bad I left. Oh, there was also Moonfall, which was just craptastically awful.
Yeah, that looks bad.
And The Green Knight, which I hated. But
I like The Green Knight.
Oh gosh. It was cinematic wise, it was beautiful. But
yeah, it's a good looking movie. Yeah,
that doesn't save a film for me, unfortunately. There's so many bad ones. There's a lot. I could go on and on, but those are the three. I'll just stop there.
I really enjoyed your rant on Agent, though. That was great.
Oh, God. I was so mad. That movie literally gave me a headache. I just
it was a good video. Definitely check that one out on Sin's channel if you haven't seen it.
Well, my review for Fubar went up today. I was ranty on that one too.
Check that out.
That one's on my watch later. Haven't got that one yet, but definitely want to see your thoughts on that one. Jason, what's the worst movie you've ever seen?
Yeah, well, I have a top 10, whatever you want to call it, of the worst movies I've ever seen, and I plan on doing a video on that in the future, near future.
Good idea.
I don't want to spoil my number one on that list, but I will say Blonde was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and that was a terrible experience. But yet it was kind of fun though because I got to rant about it afterwards, so that part was fun. And I think Mike got a kick out of that, but
yeah.
But yeah,
it was a bad movie. I understand.
Yeah.
But great idea for a video though, by the way. Really intrigued to see that. Yep. Pete, what's the worst movie you've ever seen?
I've seen quite a few on the horror channel, which were silent films, but I can't remember their names, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. For me, I'd probably say Return to Salem's Lot. That was a really bad sequel. And American Werewolf in Paris. Both of them were pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
Is that, because I've heard about that, is that a musical? Because An American in Paris is a musical, but it's also a pun on American Werewolf in London. So is it a musical or is it just a horror movie?
It's a horror movie comedy and it just doesn't work.
Okay.
It's got the same guy from, I don't know, this is like a really obscure movie reference, Dead Men on Campus, which was fantastic. If you haven't heard of Dead Man on Campus, highly recommend it. But the main character in that one was American Werewolf in Paris. I forget what his name is.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check out Dead Man on Campus.
Paul, I'm not going to lie. I have not heard of that movie in so long. I had to Google it, and I was like, I've seen that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a while ago, and I had a lot of fun watching that, like back in the day.
I remember really enjoying that movie as well. It's been a long
Dead
time
Man
though.
on Campus, you say?
Yeah.
Campus, yeah. Honestly, I think I should do a Forgotten Gems on that one because
I think you should. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
It's Mark Paul Grossler who was Zach Morris in Saved by the Bell.
Zach Morris.
That's right. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I have to check that one out. It sounds really good.
I think that movie really bombed when it came out.
Yeah.
What I remember.
I think it came out towards the tail end of that like teen movie phase. You know, after you had like American Pie and Can't Hardly Wait and all that. So it seemed very derivative at the time, but honestly, I found it really entertaining. You know, he played a completely different character than what we were used to. I keep calling him Zach Morris, but Gosler. So yeah.
Yeah, say Paul, I agree with you. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember really enjoying it. So yeah, thanks for reminding me though. I completely forgot about that movie.
Sure, man. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you. Thank you. And I've actually seen it as well, Paul. So
that's amazing.
Wow. Right. But I still haven't seen Gladiator, so that's my priority. Jackson, what about you? What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
There's a few. It's hard to just say like one, but I can just name a few. The Garbage Pail Kids movie, definitely down there.
Yeah.
Reefer Madness from the 1930s, anti-weed thing, very stupid. Gotti with John Travolta playing a gangster.
That was especially bad.
I'll throw in an art movie, to be fair. The worst art movie I've ever seen is Jean-Luc Godard's film Socialism. Came out in 2011. The most boring, pretentious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow, okay. Some choices there, Jackson, I've never heard of, and it's probably a reason why I've never heard of them. No, great picks. I really enjoy when someone talks about a bad movie. That's what I really enjoy. I think for me, it depends. I've seen a lot of like kind of like very low budget indie movies that's bad, like Cocaine Shark recently. That was awful. Honestly, it's got nothing to do with a cocaine or a shark, really, either. So that was bad. Sharkenstein, where a shark's like 5 mutations of different sharks. That's awful. I could literally go on about these choices, so I'm going to leave it there. Jason, I might make a top 10 video myself. I think you've inspired me to do that.
Man, your list, you've seen the worst of the worst.
Right. But a great question though, Joe. Thank you for the question. And I love hearing your guys' answers more though, because you guys know I've seen a lot of bad movies. Got Winslow in the house, but no wave. Winslow, what's going on? Must be feeling
Wave.
Hope you're all right.
Hey, Winslow.
Hey, you all right? He says, I actually don't mind Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Wow. Okay.
I understand that. Like, there's a lot of parts of it that I like. I don't know if I like those parts enough to say I like the movie yet. I might have to rewatch it before the 5th one comes out, but I get it.
Yeah, the problem with if you make Indiana Jones trilogy it's absolutely huge to me anyways. And you wait so long and you come up with another movie, you really have to nail that movie. If you don't, it just looks worse. You know what I mean?
Right.
You like if Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was the first movie in the franchise, it might not be that bad, but
right. And I think it's hard when it's got like such a reputation behind the franchise already. You know, like Maverick. If Top Gun Maverick was terrible, everyone would be like, "Oh, well, why did they wait all that time to make a terrible sequel?"
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if I'm the only one who's not seen Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Has everyone else seen the movie? I'm assuming.
Saw it in theaters.
Yeah,
I also saw it in theaters. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's so excited for it.
Yep.
We used to have a poster of it in my basement for the longest time just because there was so much hype leading up to it, and we just left that poster up.
I bet you made a lot of money that first weekend because it was so anticipated that year.
Yeah. It was huge when it came out.
Yeah.
Everybody was so excited for it. It was like when Star Wars came back.
Yeah.
With Phantom Menace.
Yeah, it had a massive hype. I remember we got like the cinema release as well. Yeah, I remember. I'm hoping the new one's going to be good. Anyway, and
I think with this new one, everybody will love Crystal Skull more. They'll be like, you know what, Crystal Skull's not too bad.
Yeah.
We were like, looking back on it, it weren't too bad. Yeah,
looking back on it, it's a quadrilogy now.
We'll have to wait and see. It's at least in the UK, it's out next week, I believe. So we'll wait and see.
I think so, yeah.
Here too.
Yeah, I'll be checking it out.
Yeah.
Got Lego M News in the house. So hey, Lego, he says, "Yo, Mike, sorry I'm late. Just washing and drying the dishes so you get some nice cash." So hey,
get some cash.
Nice.
Lego's only kind of a teen, I think, so probably doing some chores maybe.
Oh, well, actually, drying the dishes is my favourite.
I get
paid.
What, you'd prefer drying the dishes, Pete?
I don't mind washing up. I don't mind washing up and drying the dishes. I find it quite therapeutic. I must be the only one.
But nah,
I get it. Well, I definitely find cooking therapeutic, and in college I would always cook for myself and then clean up after myself right afterwards. So I kind of get that. Yep.
If I asked my wife for money, what would she say? I wonder.
For dishes? Yeah, I think you might have some trouble.
Hey, honey, I washed dishes.
She might turn around and ask you money for making the dinner.
Yeah, you've done a great job now. Pay me some money. Oh, man. We've got Menagio saying, what are you guys looking forward to adding into the collection soon? Mine has to be Guardians 3 and the new Transformers on 4K. All right, awesome, man. Well, I hope you enjoy the pickups when you get them. Are you guys add anything to your collections coming up soon?
I'm trying to save money at the moment, so not really. Although in the future, because recently I did a rewatch of Showgirls with a good friend of mine. I got to show it to him for the first time, and we watched the MGM Blu-ray, and the transfer is not great. It's like what you would expect the studio transfer to be, but it's actually getting a 4K from Vinegar Syndrome really soon. So I do want to pick that up at some point.
And if it's them doing it, it'd probably be a really good transfer.
Oh yeah, they put so much work into all of their transfers. They're fantastic.
I've learned a lot about it through Pete, Andy, and Mike Cinema Axeman, to be honest, which you guys talk about, so I did some research. Pete, what are you picking up soon?
There's not really nothing much I want coming out for the next couple of weeks. I'll probably say Scream 6 and the Super Mario Brothers movie are probably the next ones what I'll pick up.
Oh, awesome. I think they're coming out soon, right?
Yeah, I think within the next month. Oh, and The Last of Us TV series that finally comes out on Blu-ray and 4K soon.
Right. Yeah, that would be a good one to own. Definitely. Paul, are you picking up anything soon?
Honestly, I live in a small New York City apartment, so I don't have much room to pick up physical media. But my 40 terabytes sitting right here will I'll probably download a few things off the high seas.
I'll get you. Yeah, that's fair enough. Jason, what are you picking up?
Yeah, so a week from Saturday is my birthday, and
Happy early birthday!
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a birthday live stream on that day, and I will be unboxing some stuff that I bought. So,
Wow!
If you view in on my live stream, you'll see what I bought.
Look forward to that as well. Yeah,
some Steelbooks, some Criterion collections that I bought, and
awesome! Really looking forward to that.
I'll have the Amazon boxes, and I'll.
Oh, nice! Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing what you pick up as well. That'd be cool. And Sin, what about yourself?
I don't collect a lot of physical media. I mean, I have a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, but I don't have anything on my mind. Maybe I'll buy at some point The Covenant. I can't think of anything super pressing at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Get you. Yeah, I know you love that movie, and you said it's one of your favorites of the year. So
for sure.
I understand. As for myself, I don't think I'm picking up too much at the moment. I've recently picked up Indiana Jones on 4K. I've got those. And I've got on pre-order the Wicker Man 50th anniversary.
Nice.
4K set.
Very nice.
Really, really like that movie. I'm still yet to see the Nicolas Cage version, which I'm still waiting for.
Yeah.
I've only seen the bees scene that everybody talks about.
Yep. Same.
The bees.
The bees.
I've heard about that scene. Yeah.
Oh, poor Nicolas Cage.
Right. But great question, Menagio. Thank you for the question. Let's have a look. Sorry, just trying to catch up with the comment. Marvel fan says, Mike and Pete, have you tried the brand new chocolate pie from McDonald's? It's basically a crispy chocolate pastry with chocolate filling. If you haven't, I should do a Mike tries video. Mike, thank you, Marvel fan. Pete, have you tried this?
I haven't been to McDonald's since last summer, so no, I haven't heard of it. So, but it does sound very tasty. You're tempting me there, Marvel fan, so I may have to go there and purchase one and see what they're like.
It's meant to be nice. Have you guys in America got this chocolate pie from McDonald's?
I haven't been to McDonald's in 25 years, so
yeah. It's been like at least a year or two for me, so I have no idea.
Wow. Okay.
I did go to In-N-Out Burger today because I was driving to. Yeah, I know. I was driving to Denver for like an appointment, and they have them there. They just don't have them in my hometown, so I stopped there, and it was fantastic.
Nice.
One of the best burgers I've ever had, In-N-Out.
Oh, nice, awesome.
Yeah, they don't have many of them though, right? As far as I'm aware.
They're starting to get more because they used to be like stringent for a long time that they were only going to be in California, but they've expanded outside of there a long time ago. Like I think Arizona and Nevada were like the first ones to get them, and now Colorado we have them. I think there might be even places on the East Coast that have them, but I'm not sure.
Well, they had a rule that a restaurant had to be so far from their distribution place, like it can't be too far. So I don't know if they have to build more distribution places.
It could be, because they want to keep their for one, they want to keep the ingredients high quality, but also the prices low. Like it's shocking how low the prices are compared to all the other burger places.
And I kind of want some Shake Shack right now.
Sounds good too.
Shake Shack's incredible as well.
Yeah.
We've got some kind of comments here from Najwa. It's quite funny. It goes on a pretty much a James Cameron rant here.
Okay.
It says, to be honest, I don't want any more Avatar movies. But it would be okay if they did a third one, but after that, no more. I think James Cameron should just be done with the third one and leave that site alone.
He's not.
I agree.
No more Terminator movies. He's just beating a dead horse with all the shite after Terminator 2. We don't need any more. And James Cameron's run out of ideas. In fact, Hollywood has.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Paul knows all about that.
Yeah,
I got a whole series called The Dark Age of Cinema.
Yeah, it's a good series.
Right.
New episode coming next week. There'll be another shocker.
Yeah. I definitely, your videos have definitely been on the controversial side almost. I don't know, which I enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, so I try to model myself a little bit after like Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker. Those are
sure.
I could tell. That's what I thought when I was watching them. Like this kind of feels like the Critical Drinker.
Oh yeah.
You need the Scottish accent.
Yeah.
That's
and you need some alcohol too.
Wait now.
Yeah.
Throw that in.
Well,
that's fair. Well, with that in mind, we're up to 11 o'clock, so I'm going to end the stream here. Firstly, before we do, I just want to thank Adam and Rashad for joining earlier. I also want to thank Jackson, Paul, Pete, Jason, and Sin for joining me. So all links down below in the description box. Just before we head out, I'm going to take it to each one of my guests one by one. Sin, I'm going to start with yourself, with just what you've got coming up on your channel.
I don't have anything ready for tomorrow. I need to get something ready. Maybe a review for the series Andor, which I filmed a while back. I'm going to try to maybe get that up for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
I mean, sorry, not tomorrow. What's today? Oh, yeah, tomorrow, Friday. No, Saturday. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm trying to get up on Saturday because I just published something today. So, yeah, maybe that.
Right, yeah, you did. Is it the Food Bar one? Was that today?
Food Bar went up today. Right. Yes.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Well, I look forward to checking that one out. And Andor as well, when you get to review that.
I loved Andor, so that one will be a positive review.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to it. And Sin's channel's down below in the description box. Paul, what video have you got coming up?
So I just dropped, right before coming on the live stream, a big truth bomb. I highly suggest everybody goes and watches it. I left a little Easter egg for you, Mike, especially.
Okay.
So I hope you enjoy that one. And then since I'm going movie hopping tomorrow, I think like Saturday I'll spend making something from one of the 3 movies that I've watched, maybe Asteroid City. But yeah, we'll see which movie I get through. So yeah, and then another episode of Dark Age of Cinema, another very controversial one, but I think it's stuff that needs to be said. So that'll be another one. And then I know I asked you about Back to the Future, and that one question I sent you. So along that same vein, I'm going to do a top 25 list. So I definitely want to discuss the top 25 most iconic scenes in cinema history. So that'll be coming. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I love that.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, well, some awesome ideas there, Paul. It'll be interesting to see them, and I'll keep an eye out for your video after this. Check out the Easter egg as well.
Definitely check out my latest one, because I think it's a good one.
Yeah, we'll do, man. And well, Paul off the cover is also down below in the description box, so go check out Paul. And Jackson, what have you got coming up?
Yeah, so the next review should probably be for Asteroid City, probably coming sometime early next week, I would think. And then other than that, I do kind of want to do a live stream as kind of a thank you for 200 subs, and maybe have a guest or two on for that. And then sometime in the future, I do want to do it's been a while since I've done a review on one of my personal favorite movies. So hopefully I'll pick one and just kind of write a review for it and get that done.
Yeah, awesome, man. And definitely go check out Jackson's live stream as well. What day and time do you think that will be, Jackson?
I still need to figure that out, but I'll put a thing up on my Instagram a few days in advance for sure.
Awesome. Well, definitely go check that out. Link to Jackson's channels down below. Jason, what have you got coming up?
Yeah, so I'm planning Sunday. I'm visiting my parents this weekend, and I was going to go to a museum in Hutchinson, Kansas called the Cosmosphere, which is one of my favorite museums. I grew up around it, and it's a space museum, and it's got things from Apollo 13 there, and A lot of cool things. I think it has some things from Oppenheimer there as well. And so, yeah, so I'm going to go probably shoot stuff there and, do a Jason the Midwest Traveler video, put that together sometime. July 1st, my birthday, be playing the birthday live stream, probably around 2 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time. And I have some guests that are going to be coming on and hopefully have a fun time doing that. Do some unboxing. I got a trivia game I want to do, and yeah, have some fun there. July 7th, I'm going to interview this really good author named Mike Zara about his book, Suicide Room. So that should be a good interview, I think.
Yeah, well, awesome, Jason. Got some cool content, man, and I look forward to the interview as well. So thanks for having me on. And yeah, definitely go check out Jason's birthday live stream as well next week. All that will be on the channel. And I've been enjoying your Midwest Traveler streams as well. Vlogs, sorry. They've been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Definitely check out Jason's down below. And finally, Pete, what about yourself?
I haven't got anything planned just yet, but probably next week there'll be a Blu-ray haul. I'm working on a video of like my favorite film from each year I've been alive. Wow. I've got the list done, so I just got to shoot the video. It's just been too darn hot to shoot the video. And next week we've got the Wednesday night stream, and Rashad's going to be joining us. So it'll be the first time he'll be on the channel. So it'll be great to chat to him. It's going to be a fun night.
Oh, that's amazing! Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Rashad on the stream. That'll be
fun. Has he met Nige before, Rashad?
Nige won't be there because he'll be away that night. He's going to see Iron Maiden.
Gotcha. Well, that'll be fun anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's amazing. So definitely go check out Pete's channel. His streams are Wednesday at 7:30 UK, the time they start. Sin, you were on the other week, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks back. 2 or 3 weeks
ago.
Yeah,
it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, it was before I went up to Jersey. That was fun. Yeah.
Awesome. So go check out all the guests. Besides that, for myself, I'm not too sure what I've got coming up, but I know on Monday coming in the Terrible Movie collab series to carry that on. I've got Ryan from RWR Reviews joining me for the Velocipasta. I don't know if you guys.
Oh my gosh,
I've seen that
trailer. I remember watching it, doing a reaction to that trailer. Oh my goodness.
It's different than a lot of the Asylum ones. If you haven't watched it yet, it's a lot more self-aware. Like it knows that it's a joke. Well, the Asylum movies know, but like it's actually. I think the Velocipastor is actually funny. I don't know.
It's terrible, but it was so funny.
Yeah.
It's like there's one part. Just to spoil it. There's one part where there's like a car's meant to be on fire, but they didn't have the budget, so just in text in the screen says VFX car on fire.
That's the best. My favorite scene though. Oh, the Vietnam thing. With his wife?
Yeah.
That's the best.
I honestly kind of recommend watching the movie, even though it's bad. It's so funny. So that's what's coming up on my channel on Monday. On Sunday, I might check out a movie. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I just want to thank all you guys for joining me on the live right now, Adam and Rashad. You guys watching live after the fact. Till next time, we will see you later. Bye, everyone.
See ya.